up, so you got to use props.
There you go.
There you go.
That's funny.
Got to use props. I
Gotta
learned that.
use
I
the
learned that the hard
props.
way. Got learned that the hard way. So be careful drinking anything, Blake, when you're on live.
Yeah, you're telling me about it. I got a big old glass here with no lid.
You spill it right over your stuff, like mess everything up.
I've done that. I spilled it on my keyboard once. I had to go into panic mode and dry it out. But once a long time ago, I was playing. I can't remember what I was doing. I think I was playing games late one at night, and I had a glass of water on the left side of my desk. My PC's right underneath it,
Yep.
and I had knocked the glass over, and I was like, "Oh, it's fine." And then I looked and I saw the water just like spilling into my computer. So the only thing that saved my computer that day was the fact that in light speed, I just unplugged it from the power because it's not the water that'll kill it.
Oh,
It's
yes,
the
it's a short
shorts.
circuiting.
It's the short circuiting. So I unplugged it, and I was like, okay, well now this thing has to sit under a fan for the next like 48 hours.
Takes two
And
days. Yeah.
it takes 2 days, but it dried out and it was just fine. So best
All
of luck,
right.
you guys.
Well, all trading involves substantial risk of loss, including spilling water on your keyboard.
That's right.
Past performance not necessarily indicative of future results. This presentation intended to be informational, educational, fun, entertaining, not a recommendation to be buying or selling anything at all. Be careful out there. You might lose money. 95% of traders. So what do we got cooking today, Blake? Let's dive in, take a look.
Check it out. It's a good day today. Got the markets kind of selling off. Looks like they might be trying to bottom out down here. Give us a little intraday rally, but I don't really like catching falling knives. But you know,
I mean, it's interesting. It's interesting here. We had actually I guess it was most clear right there. We had this little move and we're getting some continuation lower. Could it finish out? It's quite possible. We got this high, this right there. We're getting an extension, so we may get a reprieve, and then we'll see what happens. We've been talking Elliott Wave on here just a little bit the past few sessions, and this right there, this 1, 2, but this itself 1, 2, 3, probably need a 4 and a 5 to bottom this out, and then this next move that would occur would be the tell. Like if it has a 3-wave structure, stops at a lower high, continuation would be down. If we get a 5-wave structure, come up near or break through, then that tips the odds we're going to go on higher in the short term here for the next couple days or hours, as the case may be today. So be careful though. We're already down like a 0.5% on NASDAQ and S&P. Not too much so far, but this can get extended, an extension here fairly easily. We're sitting here at the 5-minute roadmap line. It can definitely push on down. Below
SPX.
that would be, funny enough, the place where it might have found support right here at the 15-minute roadmap line, which just happens to be the Fibonacci extension of that move right there. I was just
Interesting. So
having,
it's kind of lining up.
I was just having a conversation with a software developer for PXO, and he was telling me how it was commonly held that Fibonacci's are just have no statistical meaning at all. And I was like, well, hang out with me a little bit, and I'll show you some magic on Fibonacci. He was like, well, why do you think it works? And I was like, I think enough algorithms are programmed with it that it's kind of like a self-fulfilling prophecy. And it's not that the Fibonacci's are magic or anything like that, or foretell the prophecy or anything like that. It's just that there's enough algorithms set up that do these moves that I think it works out more often than it doesn't. And it's pretty interesting. So anyway, I digress. We got some positions to go through, Blake.
We do, yeah. We got some big ones. Hopefully, some of you guys got some big winners this week. I know the market cooperated yesterday for PPI for nice moves up in some sectors.
Did anybody take hymns with us on Monday? Anybody? Anybody? Let us know in the chat. Anybody take hymns? I took it right here live. I mean, I put on a live trade and it worked out. It worked out. I made the money. I closed it out. I closed it out early for a penny. I shared that with Blake. And let's see if my platform's logged in. Got to refresh it apparently. Just in case you missed it, right here's what we did. We sold the August 14th, 24.50, and I was able to close that out on the 12th, 2 days back for a penny. Winner, winner, chicken dinner right there. Now, let's take a look. Would I do it again? Right? That the list from Monday didn't really change that much. Like that's why I do the list once a week. I don't, do it Fridays and Mondays. The flyer for Monday is still valid. We're just getting on down in the week. So let's see, would we do hymns again? Could we go after it for next week? Let's take a look. All the things we drew on Monday, still valid, still here. Earnings didn't seem to matter much at all. Right there. Whoop. Didn't really get anywhere. Didn't really go anywhere. We're still at 28.97. Let's take a look. We've got a move up off the low. We've got a top out, and we've got a retrace cooking here. 27 would be the spot where I expect it to hold on a retrace right there. That's looking at this swing low, this swing high. How do I know which low and which high to use? That's the current move I'm interested in right now, is this pullback that's happening right now. And sure, it may be part of a bigger pullback. It may be part of this bigger pullback, and that was the risk. If it breaks down below here, it may go down here. That was all the things we talked about on Monday. All of it. Now, all right, you're already on 821. Cool. Now, I'm going to pull over. Oh, that's cool. Just now pop that up. See if we can pull in PowerX Optimizer. I find this tool pretty invaluable for doing the wheel type trades because it just does a lot of the calculating for us, for me. I don't have to worry about so much of it. And instead of hood, I'm just going to type in hymns real quick. Put in next Friday. Look at the options here. We've got available. 27 is where the premium is now. We were down at 24.50. And now 27 is where the premium is for the 21st. And when I was just talking about that, 27 is right where we might get a dip to. I want a great deal, not just a mediocre deal. If I was going to get premium, I want to be down here at 24 probably. That's a great deal. If we go extending, it'll probably be down at 22. Now, if this breaks above the 618 retrace from this high to this low, which is right there, this 618, then odds we're going here are 75%. But we haven't triggered that yet. We didn't get a close above that yet. So odds we're on higher aren't exactly stacked with us yet. So now, is there an option that maybe could pay down at 24? And this is where not everything is created equal. Like right here, after earnings, the term structure dropped out on HIMS. For the next month, it's kind of meh. You have to jump out 2 months, maybe even 3 months to start finding some premium. That's going to be where the next earnings play comes in, probably. So the options market's not really pricing in much volatility here for the next several days. And we go 1 month out, somewhere right around here from today. And you can only be down at 25, 26. That's just not a good cash utilization for me. So I'm going to be off of hymns for now. Like I can't get at the point where I want to get with the 40% ROI. So I took the opportunity for earnings hit and now moving on. Even with the 2.62 beta, it just doesn't have the juice that I want to see right there. Everybody understand my thought process here? Any questions? It doesn't mean it's a bad trade. It just, for me, my personal risk, my goals, this is what I'm looking at. All right. You and your account, if you want personal advice, that's personal advice. For me, the way I trade, the way I like to think about it, this is the way I'm thinking about it. All right. I like great deals. It's like Jack would be all over this thing, like white on rice right here, trying to get put the stock. I don't like to sit through pain. I see a potential with this being under this resistance, a potential of going down here. I don't want to sit through that if I'm in at 27 and we break on down further. Classic example of that was the CMG that we've brought up a few times. I got put up here at 49. This is substantially lower. I thought, with the way that this had come off the highs back here, first move down, retrace, next move down, pop up, and a retrace. I thought this looks a lot like the HIMS pattern, right? Like, got a low, we've got a high, we've retraced. You run the Fibonacci in here. Boom, boom. Looking for it to hold that 618 mounts. You see a lot of parallels here between the HIMS pattern and this CMG pattern. Now, also, we had this high to this low, and we came up just shy of that 618 right there. We hadn't confirmed we were going higher. And then guess what? It extended lower. So HIMS could extend lower. That's entirely possible on this chart. We've got this kind of same sort of setup cooking here, that we could extend it lower. And in fact, bigger picture even, we've got this high back here. We've got this low that we've made down here. And we tagged that 618, but we didn't get through it. Now this could pop on up and present bigger upside. Hadn't done it yet. All right. Yeah, I was speaking of stink on a monkey. Andrew says, Jack would have been on it like stink on a monkey. That's I was watching the Americas last night on NBC, and they were showing the capuchins on the little island in the Caribbean, and one of the it's like the full information version, and it popped up a little note. It said capuchins love to rub urine all over their hands and feet, and then leave that stinky mess in a trail so that other capuchins can know where they're going. I was like, that is so disgusting. I never want to have a capuchin. Anyway, I digress. It's a story that Jack would have loved right there, I'm sure. Oh man. Moving on. So for me, starting a new trade on HIMS for next week, it's a pass. It's a pass. All right. Back to the list. STM. We got into that one on Monday for the 21st. Let's check in on it, see how we're doing. What do you say? Pull it up over here. And that one, I was aggressive on the fill. Got filled for 70. It's hanging out at 50 right now. 70, 50. I just did one contract, $51, 50, $5,100 right there. and just sitting on it, just cooking. So far, so good. Everything looks okay. No, nothing to do. Right? We're not running out of time. Still got a week left. Still, we made about 28% of the money so far. Everything just going according to the plan. It says my potential for profit, potential for in and up out of the money is 80%. Nothing to do. Moving on down the list. B has an expiration of today. Sold a put. Actually, I think I saw a put. Oh yeah, I did sell a put because the calls got called away last Friday. I have two puts, 35 right there, 96% profitable. Profitability profit 90 greater than 99.5. Let's go look at that chart. B, Barrick Mining. Somebody was telling me they had a hard time pulling this up properly. You just need to make sure you're looking at all stocks, or if you're on the stocks, make sure you're looking at US stocks. Right there. It should be B, Barrick Mining, NYSE. And type it in B. We got a big pop. We pulled back and we're just sitting here. Hanging at 41.36 so far. This is kind of looking like I talked about, a 1, 2, 3. We didn't quite get all the way up there, but 3, 4. Went a little lower. Didn't overlap. Next potential is for another higher high for a 5. Now, I'm at 35 down here. Where, if I was willing to go for more contracts for next week, where would I go? Let's take a look. What's available? Got to switch back to the PXO. This thing is super handy. Like, I can't say enough how much I find it handy to just be able to pop up next week's expiration and pull up the information on B and see where we might have some premium. And right now, that's really weird that it only pulls up 3 strikes. And Blake, you're muted out if you're talking to me.
No, I'm just looking. I don't want to.
So right now, looks like premium would be, if we were going to get 40% ROI for next week, we're going to have to be right up against the money. And I'm not sure that's the best place to play. And that may be why we don't have anything else on here. Try to refresh. There we go. Down to 40. That's where the 40% is. And then 39.50. Look at that drop off. Goes from 40% to 27%. Wow. Is 2 weeks out any better? Not really. So this one may, unless you just want to chase it aggressively, if you think that we're doing the bullish thing, then maybe coming in here at 40 is the ticket, but that's above the roadmap line. Not exactly what I consider a great deal on price, with the potential to still go lower because we haven't really broken out of this downtrend of highs yet. Going all the way back over here. Haven't really broken out to set up a massive upside yet with any kind of confirmation. Now, this did spike up, but it's immediately right back down. When you go immediately right back down, that presents opportunity to make a lower low. Downtrend, pullback. Even if we got a breakout, it didn't stick. Continuation would be lower. So this one's probably one I'm just going to let go this week and see if we get a pullback in gold and more opportunity to add back in.
Which we might.
We might.
with
We
that whole
might.
rally. This is my theory on gold right now is that when the good jobs data and the half decent inflation data came in, it kind of maybe spurred the odds for a rate hike.
Yeah, maybe.
Gold traders liked that, but that theory hasn't really held true at all so far.
And this did take a step back, but it hasn't gone anywhere really. Here's the Fed funds rate. Here's the live market rate. That's the potential for a rate raise.
Rate raise, or you talking about a
That's
rate
a
hike?
that's a rate hike
So the
right
odds of that
there.
went down.
The odds did go down, but the interest rates haven't eased at all.
Right.
So it's an interesting dynamic you might see in the market. And we've had this increase and it dropped out. We were rolling with the as we went through the last Fed meeting, we had odds of a rate increase upwards of 60% for September. Now, here in the last, I guess, starting about a week ago, we saw that come down to 50-50. And then this week, we've seen this change to where no change is gaining popularity and increases dropped to 26%, 24%. And this is the betting markets, poly market. You can go to Kalshi if you want to and look on Kalshi. I just find poly market easy to pull up, keep
I think it
going.
has better odds anyways than Kalshi. My
So
my
right,
buddy uses VPN to connect to Kalshi. He goes to Hong Kong, and that's how he does his poly market bets because you can't deposit money and bet in the U.S.
yeah, it's kind of stupid, but you can actually just trade with crypto.
You would have to literally trade with crypto,
Yeah, you can just connect a crypto wallet to it and trade with crypto.
but you can't do like U.S. dollars.
Yeah, well, you can do USDC or whatever it is, USDT.
Yeah,
I don't know. I don't remember which one it is that they'll let you connect it to it. But so there you go. Moving on.
that's right. This is not financial advice. Don't be using Polymarket.
Don't let me tell you how to hack it.
Don't be using that Polymarket stuff, man.
All right. Next thing. So B, I'm probably gonna let that expire. And look at the trade between the shares I got put and these couple of contracts I was adding on. I'm gonna be, if this expires at the end of the day, which it probably will. Look at that trade with it expired. That's $456 I made just messing around with this for a couple weeks. Started early July, a little over a month. Not too shabby. Not too shabby to toll. BTU, next one down. Still out to next Friday. Still at 30 with my sold calls. Now, this one's not paying nearly as high, and I am holding it in my retirement account. 30 is up here near the 618 right here. Could this rally up there and get me out? Sure, possible. Nothing to do, I'm not willing to add at this point. I'm not trying to ramp up my exposure to that one. I have two contracts going, 200 shares. And bigger picture, I think I'm going to keep riding that one up. I do expect that one to go bullish. My target on that one is quite a bit higher. I'm thinking that we're going to rally up here around 60. I don't know for sure, but from 30 to 60 would be a double. My cost basis, I got put at 28.50. With the premium I've collected, I'm down to 26.36. So It wouldn't be a bad sandwich if that one ran on up to 60, right? Pretty good. Even at like 52, I could get out for a double on the break even. So I'm gonna keep after that one, just keep it rolling. It's a like I said, it's a retirement account one. It doesn't have like super high beta or anything like that. The beta is actually negative here, and it doesn't have any fundamental reason that it would go higher, but it does offer a fair premium to keep those out there a couple weeks. So I may jump out 3 months and do another option up even higher. So that'll be one for next week. What the monitor or what we might change on that one would be. Good grief, jumping around here. All right, PL. Next one up. Break even 31. I know it's underwater. According to that, I have no sold contracts on it. I don't think that's true. We'll look at it here in a second. PL. So it has potential if this was the first low, this was the bounce. That second low could extend right down here. The thing we got to watch to tell us which way this might be going is that right there. Zoomer up, Buttercup. That low right there. Just snap all this stuff to it. We tagged it today, but we didn't break through. Like tagging is not invalidating, but it is starting to call into question. Like, is this still bearish or are we going to turn bullish? If we get a candle close through and get above the roadmap line, this is tipping the odds we're going back higher. The confirmation of all that, though, would be a close above the 618, all the way up here. There's still quite a bit of room between here and here before we get the confirmation. My sold contracts were 35. Oh, the expired. Yeah, now I see it. I sold 35s for the 21st. These I sold extra puts at 17 to try to reduce my cost basis. Those expired last week. I didn't see the opportunity to sell again because we were so far up off the lows. I couldn't get down here at 17. So what are we doing on this one? Right now, I'm at 35 for next week. Doesn't look very likely. So I'm probably just going to sit on it for next week. If you got into it with me, I think I started this one all the way back when Jack was still on the show. But that's what I got. 200 shares, 35s sold against it. And just kind of letting it cook. Now, is it a good idea to roll this today? 7 cents left. I'm gonna go after the $7 for next week. But we could look at over here. Check it out. When I roll, it's probably gonna be out a month. That's where the premium ramps up. Taking a look at PXO and the tool here. Load her back up, Buttercup. We're not looking to sell puts. We're actually looking to sell calls. PL would be the ticker we're looking at. Month out would be right around September 18th at this point. Take a look. And right now, premium might be a little light, but up in that 35 zone, maybe where I try to be with the aggressiveness since the 618 is up there. But where we are next week, who knows? These numbers could be completely different. If you're trying to go for the 30 to 40%, you'd be down here around 30, 31, 32. But again, where I got put, my break even and cost basis stuff, 31.16 is already my break even. 35 is where I got put. So I kind of want to stay above 35 because I don't want to lose money on the shares and make money on the options. I want to make money on everything. Now, if we drop again, I may sell more puts and try to bring my cost basis down. Does it have to go up from here? Absolutely not. Are we starting to tip the odds we might go higher? Yeah. Significant resistance right there, but we get on through. This would be the zone. Then there's a gap down right there also. Sitting right on top of that pink zone. Provides some more resistance. And if we get through all that, the upside potential here, looking pretty good in this 59 to 67 area as a target zone. Now, I got put at 35. My cost basis is down to 31. 31 to 62 is a double. That's not so bad. Not so bad. There's two different ways to get the recording. One, I think we're live on YouTube, Blake, and then two, the publisher has a replay page.
Yes, we have a replay page, which I can get for you right now.
So this is a whole different approach than most people go at the wheel. Just let everybody know. So we use the traditional wheel tools, but I'm going at it with technical analysis, and most people that do the wheel don't do this kind of thing. I call it the turbo wheel because it tends to provide higher income opportunities than if you just did a blindfolded wheel type trade. I tend to go after high beta pairs with a technical pattern for a bounce. If you're unfamiliar with the wheel, it is a income method where you sell a put, cash secured put, you end up getting put stock, you buy the stock, and then you sell covered calls until you get called away the stock. You make money on all three legs of that, and a fourth leg if your stock happens to pay a dividend. So that's kind of the methodology here, what we're going after. All right, next up. So PL, not really anything to do today. There's just kind of trade maintenance here. I'm going through this. Hopefully you're finding this helpful and beneficial, how to go through the maintenance. Look at what you got. Look at what you're selling. What, I do go through these once a week and just kind of check up, see what we got. I can actually ask my man Rocky here. Let's pop it out to a new window so it's not blocking it all up here. What wheel positions do I need to give? So we'll let that cook for a minute. It'll come back and give me the ones I need to check on. So Celsius here, been rolling for a couple months, started back in April. And I've got a call sold for next week at 37. Talking about energy drinks. I'm up at 37, right at the roadmap line, or just above at this point. We're down here at 28, or 29. It did go deeper than I wanted to see. It does tip the odds as long as we're under the roadmap line. Roadmap line. As long as we're under that, odds are continuation lower. Could see prices down here in the 17, 18, 19, $20 area. Lower low than this low back here from 2025. That's possible. If we get the bounce, break through the roadmap line, get continuation above the 618. We tip the odds we're going on up. Even though we did a bigger retrace here, the potential upside for this thing is still up here around 200. That's a almost a 10xer, like a 9xer from where we are down here in 30. Now, should you just go buy it and hold it and place it, put all your money on calls? Probably not. It's probably not the smart play. Because I just told you we could go down to this $18 area right there. This is a longer term play for me. I've been playing it since back here. When we broke above right here, I got off of it. Golly, get some gravel in my throat. I got off of it right here, waited. Now I'm back on it and looking for another leg higher. A much more conservative target would be somewhere around 70 or 80. But based on this whole big pullback over here, I have a feeling we could get this extension up in here closer to 200. Guaranteed?
Monster V2.
Yeah, is it guaranteed? No. But this industry prints money, and this company is aggressively accumulating other competitors. I think C4 might be one of their brands.
Maybe. I love C4, man. It's tasty.
Let me
How
see.
about when you get into that, I'm curious what Core Weave looks like. That was one I really liked. I know some people in here took it.
Looks like they own Rockstar, Alani, Celsius.
Oh, Alani. Isn't that energy drink that those college girls, those poor college girls were having? It was not a good one.
Yeah, beats me, man.
Some girl like died or something.
They also put Celsius had a mix up with their canner and got some alcoholic seltzer labeled as Celsius.
I remember that.
So
That was a big thing on the news.
expecting the upper and you get the downer, I guess.
Yep, that's what happened.
Anyway,
Yeah, no kidding. You were expecting to get all hyped up. Instead, what happened?
all right. What were you saying? Which chart?
Core Weave.
Or we? Yeah, we.
Yeah.
I know a few people jumped on that just from comments. Had a nice pop, but we're also struggling here. I told you we got to break out of this downtrend. Struggling. Might be good spot to book some profits. Pop in 3 days red might take us back down to test the roadmap line here. Now, do we have to go lower low? No, absolutely not. Could it just kind of chop in here a few days and then break out? Entirely possible. But zooming out and looking at it, it didn't feel like we had finality on this drop here. It is making a lower high. I would be cautious. I don't know that I would go back after it with more puts. I don't know how you played it, Blake, if you just went after some 0 day calls there or this Friday calls. But we were looking at
I
selling the puts down here and they would have made money.
yeah, they would have made money. Um, I don't even remember I played. I think I just bought like an out of the money call.
Oh, book your profit.
Book the profit. There you go. Nice. Joe, you took it. I'm glad. Yeah, that was a good trade. That was a solid one.
Solid hit. And it just wasn't for me. I didn't care for the pattern as much, but doesn't mean that it wasn't a good one because it obviously made money.
It did. And
I
we
stuck to
analyzed
my
that chart too. We really spent some time on that. We were like,
yeah, yeah, we analyzed the crap out of it. And in case you missed it, you can watch the replay that Blake was posting in the chat there.
that is correct.
All right. Based on active positions in your trading log under the wheel, these are the things you should look at. STM, Chewy, August 21st. Threaten put. I don't think I have a put on Chewy, but I'll look at it. I think I might have mislabeled that. It might be actually a call. TSLO. Now those are going to expire. 20 strike, way above the money. Mora, 18s. Says those are expired, unlogged. Got this SoFi for next week. Got HIMZ uncovered. I actually bought back the call yesterday. Yeah, you see, previously call was bought back yesterday. New covered call hasn't been written. And then CMG uncovered right now. So HIMZ was on a pullback yesterday, still on a pullback today. Not I'm looking for the next pop to sell another upside call or upside covered call. HIM. I'm on, I played HIMS too. CMG says it's uncovered. I'm looking for this to pop back up in this vicinity. I actually sold a call and then I bought it back, and now I'm looking to sell a new one when we get another breakout here. Should be an alert. I don't have an alert set. I need an alert right above there. DocU, I know some people have been on this with me. Look at that run yesterday afternoon. I haven't been able to figure out what happened yesterday afternoon. This thing got sparky
So
all of a
this thing
sudden.
got sparky.
Oh, I don't know what you would call it. Like it got sparky yesterday afternoon. Like here we were just kind of rocking along doing almost nothing. And then all of a sudden it climbed into the close yesterday, continued on up a little bit today. And then now we're doing a pullback. But I mean, that was like 10% in just a couple hours. And started triggering some alarms. Now I have the 7250s sold up here for next month. And with the climb speed we're on, if we just keep doing this same kind of climb rate, I may actually get called out on my 7250s on DocU. Again, that was one I expected to hold up here, but it dipped on out. And so far it has a higher low from all the way back at the beginning, but not the greatest looking pattern, I have to say. And we could be approaching the top here. I really want to see it pop on up here, confirm we're going bullish. Maybe it gives me the chance to buy back the call or roll it out. But if we turn down here and break back below the roadmap line, odds are we're going back below the low. So very dangerous, precarious position here. And if we break back below 50, back below that 50 area, not going to be too good for the upside. So I've taken care of all the ones that I needed to take care of.
All your open positions.
Now, one that I saw was really interesting, really compelling here. This is not for the faint of heart. It is a little bit pricey. We'll go through it here. This chart doesn't do it justice. I have to pull this chart up here really quickly. Pull this over, pull this over, pull this over. Oh, turn that off too. So this did a breakout and we didn't quite hit this was a watermelon seed squeeze. We've talked about it here on the show a few times. Series of lower highs, series of higher lows, and it broke out of that. But it didn't go the full amount, and then it retraced back to the roadmap line. It did get a little tired on the way up there. Retraced, pretty big, bounced, found support right at the roadmap line. And if we break through the 618, provides opportunity to complete the pattern up there right around 500. Now, with the amount it pulled back, somewhere in this 245, 250 zone to 500, that's a 2xer potential right there. I like these kind of plays. I like this kind of potential. If you have the money for it, this thing is pretty juicy. It's 2%, basically a 2 beta, 2%, 2 beta. We look at the best place to play right now, 3 months out, has the juice, but 2 weeks out for the relative time frame here has pretty fair juice. This is just one I'm considering. I don't have anything on it yet. I'm not traded ARM. Just throwing it out there as a potential. It showed up earlier in the week with on some of the scans I do as a potential to go higher once again in a pretty violent way. Let's take a look, see what we got. One week out, we could be down at a 255 for 45%. The 2 week out was the higher juice, so let's see what we got. Should be down just a little bit more. Down to a 250. Not too bad. 2 weeks out, tie up 250 bucks or 25,000 bucks for a roughly $4.30 payday. See what that looks like. Bum, 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 bum. 1 week out, 2 weeks out, 28th, 250, and 430, 425, 430. I'd probably go with 430. And from my margin account, it would tie up 2,700 bucks and pay me 430 bucks. So a little math on that. 430 divided by, let's just round it up to 2,800 bucks. That's 15%, 14 days, about a percent a day times 365, be 400%. Not too shabby. This is borderline good enough for me to do because I usually make 1% a day with my beer money trade, making 1% a day with the margin. If it dips and takes more margin, it messes with the equation a little bit. But right now at the 2,800 bucks required, making about 1% a day, that fits the potential here. I need to double check on the account. And I can afford to do this in this account. Let's be a little more aggressive here. See if it works. I'm gonna walk the trade down just a little bit, give it a few minutes here. Trying to do a 250. Now the odds of this working down at 79%. Looking at that 250, like still well above the roadmap line. That'd put me in right. $250, $250. Be sitting right there. But I have a feeling that this is done and finito. And that 618 retrace would be 247. That may dip me in, get me at that 250. and then rally on higher. Mm, 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 mm. How's the 1% trade doing? Make 1% a day. Yes. It's been kind of weak premium this week. Not great fills, but no losers. And
So what happens when the VIX goes low, man? You get the VIX low like this, try to get that premium, just ain't there.
filled 430. Bingo bango. That's why you walk it down.
Are you putting on a master class on how to walk it down?
I was trying. So I did one contract. I don't know why it didn't just give me the right thing there. 430. One contract, I got $4.30. No, $4.30. The account I did that in was my Tasty Main. It was the wheel strategy. I can add the trade. Boom. View trading log. Handy dandy. Added it right in here. Threw all the data in there. And I can add my conviction according to my plans right there. So that one fits my risk profile. I want to make about 1% a day. That returned about 1% a day on the cash I was going to use for the trade. It is a margin account and borrowing money from the broker, kind of, sort of. I have a ton of cash in that account. So there you go. That walked it through, soup to nuts on that trade. Any questions? So you got a
Got any
brand new trade.
questions?
That one's good for 2 weeks too. It pays 1% a day for 14 days, including the weekends, which my 1% a day trade doesn't pay 1% on the weekends. So that actually does provide a little extra juice there. Alrighty. So somebody asked about NASA. I'm not sure what NASA.
Like I think it's like the space ETF. It's like UFO.
And I would be careful on these. But this seems to be bouncing with SpaceX, and I'd be careful. I do think SpaceX is a little bit played out. On the upside right now, I go through it every morning. It's on my morning list as a regular cover item here. It did bounce back up right to the opening day IPO trading price and then found resistance. I would watch for another trip down. There is another unlock happening next week. It's not been widely covered yet.
Another unlock.
Yeah, another unlock. Um, yeah, I think it's next Thursday on the 20th. Another share unlock. And my calendar won't pop up. That's cool. There's one every like 2 weeks through the end of the year, I think, or through October or November. I don't know. It every 2 to 3 weeks or something like that, they get another unlock. Another 7% of the shares unlock. So more shares on the market, more shares on the market, more shares on the market. That all provides opportunity for this to fade back out. Now, one more lower low could put the end on this for now. That could be a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 down. Then we get a substantial three-wave retrace back up to a 618, and then potential to go down further. So just keep it in mind. Right now, we're not really, while we did spike a potential overlap there, we didn't get any kind of candle close that does overlap with this first move down off the highs after IPO. So be careful. This presents opportunity for this to get continuation lower. Lots of jokes about, oh, it's never going below 100. I would be careful betting against it not going below 100.
Statistically, good. Could go down to 60, $70 a share.
Yep. Now, I like to play. I don't know why I just popped that into the chat. That was stupid. I clicked on the wrong thing, I guess. My cursor was on the wrong screen when I started typing. Rocket Lab is at resistance here. Now we did a first move down, we did a retrace, we did an extension, we came up shy of hitting the target, and now we're struggling at the roadmap line. So be very, very careful. Could this pop and go higher? Sure. Could it drop and go back and make a lower low? Sure. It's there's no guarantees here at all. And it could do both. It could pull back a little bit and then go shooting right up here and then do that. That's entirely possible. And ASTS, Jack liked this one better for whatever reason. It doesn't look as good here. It has more overlap and more nasty price action and lower highs. And be careful, this still needs to go lower low. I guess he gave up on it when he figured out that they were a direct competitor with SpaceX, whereas Rocket Lab kind of has their own market niche carved out. And they actually was I don't know if anybody nerdy keeps up with this sector though. These guys just in the last week announced that they have mobile launch platforms, so they can pack up what they need to launch a rocket into a container and ship it anywhere in the world and build a launch pad. And then same thing for the rocket. They can put it into a shipping container and ship it anywhere in the world and then shoot the rocket off the launch pad that they shipped anywhere in the world.
Okay, that's pretty cool.
so
That's pretty cool.
so they could, they have their whole their whole thing can go anywhere in the world and
You
ship
set
a
it up in my backyard.
yeah.
All
So
right. Up in your out in your front lawn.
yeah, that'd be pretty cool. Watch a rocket go off your front yard. I guess you got enough millions of dollars, baby. you
You
get the
know,
you can get the FAA clearance to shoot a rocket.
just make sure you buy some Rocket Lab stock before you do that.
Yeah, they were showing that shipping to Alaska and then setting up and shooting off rockets from Alaska. So
Okay.
their promotional video they had for it. I mean, I keep up with this stuff because I'm a nerd and I kind of like it. But that was cool technology to me. You can just set up a mobile launch platform anywhere in the world, and and go for it. So, and they go after a different client, different customer than SpaceX does. So, all right, well, that's pretty much what we got cooking here today, Blake.
That's what's cooked in the pot.
I think we're going to give you all an opportunity to get after the Apollo algorithm, which is my swing trading algorithm. It looks at a 30-minute time frame for about 400 different stocks and tries to find these roadmap bounces. I talk about these roadmap bounces and roadmap being resistance and stuff like that all the time. You can see Rocket Lab here, 82% profitable, but the reason you wouldn't want to go after this one, on the net, the losers lose more money than the gainers gain. So even though it wins 82% of the time, the losers on that, 17% of the time it loses, those losers eat up all the wins and actually make your net trade after doing 34 trades a net loser. You net lose 22 cents per trade for every dollar you risk. To me, that's not worth it. So that's one reason Rocket Lab is not on the list to trade. Now, example of something that might be on the list to trade. See if I can remember correctly. Yeah. So this one has a little bit lighter win rate here, 71%. But the profit factor, 1.2, makes money on the whole, even though it has a little bit lighter than the 75% average win rate. A little bit lighter. It does tend to make money though, even with the losses. And you can see, it fires off and then it works. Now, how do you know without going to check the 30-minute chart every 30 minutes when one of these is set up and ready to go? Well, that's why I've built the Apollo algorithm in the Apollo system to alert you to when this thing's ready. It never forgets. It automatically runs all by itself, checks the charts every 30 minutes, every candle close for setups that are set up. And then recently we upgraded it to add in option plays. So if you have trouble picking out the option play to take advantage of some of these, well, now we have it built into the algorithm to pick out the option and give it to you. And if you want to see that presentation when we upgraded this whole thing, Blake's going to play it right here,
Right now.
right here, right now.
Right here. Right now. Here it is.
And get this, 2,434 trade signals with an average hold time of 3 days on the underlying stock. And what you'll see today is an internal audit that took these real issued trade alerts and applied them a set of options criteria to them, meaning each option gain is hypothetical and uses the benefit of hindsight. We cannot guarantee any specific future results as there's always a high degree of risk involved in trading. So see our terms on the homepage for more information. Now, let's be real. In trading, there will be losses. There's no black box miracle system that prints out winning trades automatically. And the whole purpose of Jeffrey's research and work with traders is to help give you an edge in the markets. And if you can't handle a losing trade, then you really shouldn't be trading with real money. Again, losses in trading have occurred and will occur in the future. Hi, everybody. I'm Jack Carter. Thank you for being here. While everybody else has their eyes on the war, inflation, or the Fed's next move, today's special guest has been working behind the scenes on a brand new trading breakthrough. I'm talking about an automated breakthrough that gives us the exact historical win rate, profit factor, target and stop loss before you place a trade. Plus, get it here, the exact options to take too. How cool is that?
Yeah, that's the big main upgrade, but I have a surprise at the very end. I did something above and beyond, Jack. So I've even upgraded it further than this.
Killing me, Smalls. Now, we call this breakthrough development, we call it the Apollo Algo, and that's what it is. Now, in just a minute, we're going to reveal everything behind Apollo and all the new features, including the brand new ones. Plus, we're going to reveal the #1 stock that Apollo flagged to break out today. It's all for free. And you're going to want to stick around because there's more. In fact, we have a major surprise coming for you guys here in the next few minutes. But before we get there, let me show you how this thing works. Pretty crazy. You see, Apollo is a next generation smart algo that automatically sends you daily alerts on autopilot. That means while you're out doing the things you love, away from the computer, away from the screen, whenever you feel the buzz in your pocket from your phone, you know you have a high conviction trade. It's just been dialed up for you, just like recently. You could have been eating lunch at your favorite restaurant, felt the buzz in your pocket from the phone, pushed a few buttons on the phone to set the trade, and boom, 29% gain on ticker XHB. Same day. Tuesday, while you're out with a nice family walk, you feel the buzz on the phone, you set the trade. 57% gain on TDOC. Same day. Wednesday, while catching a quick water break from the pickleball game, you feel the buzz. Set the trade. 47% gain again in the same day. Now, Thursday, you got another buzz on the phone while you're walking your dog. 56% gain on gold. Again, happened in the same day. Amazing stuff. Friday, we're not done. Clocked out before the weekend with the biggest winner of the week. 91% gain on the same day. Now, had somebody started with a small $1,000 starter investment into each, after only 5 quick trades, maybe 15 total minutes of your time, that would have been an extra $2,810 in trading profits just for the week. Now, to set the stage, Apollo isn't like your old-fashioned trading platform or indicator. Unlike typical trading tools, which require you to do all the legwork, manually searching for trades all day, this is different. This smart algo requires zero work or oversight on your part. Each automatic alert includes everything you need to trade on the go. Stock ticker, entry price, profit target, stop loss, win rate, profit factor, and even a chart. Everything you need. And thanks to the most recent developments that are going to be released this week, the exact options you want to take too. How about that? Unbelievable. That means instead of sitting at your desk wasting hours hunting for profitable trading setups, you can have a shot at making money while you're out doing the things you love to do. Apollo Algo is the first of its kind, and it's unlocking a whole new way to trade the stock market, like what would have happened with Cameco just recently. At the time, the stock was dead in the water, and for most folks, that's a clear red flag. But thanks to Apollo running 24/7 around the clock, you could have hit the gym for a morning workout, felt the buzz, and read that Cameco was on the verge of breaking out within the next few days with an 89% confidence rating. That's incredible. That means out of the last 47 times Apollo flagged CCJ for a breakout, 42 were winners. And now, thanks to the most recent upgrades and breakthroughs, it now automatically gives you the best matching options to if you want to follow along. And anybody could have set the trade with a few clicks, maybe invested 2,000, and then back to their normal day. And sure enough, hit that profit target. An extra 1,080 would have been automatically deposited into the brokerage account after just 3 days. Now, a quick $1,000 from one trade is great, but that's not even close to the best part. You see, unlike a lot of strategies out there, with Apollo, we don't need to wait days or weeks for it to send you the next entry signal either. You see, this smart algo literally generates a waterfall of trade opportunities every single day the market's open. Over the last year and a half of live trade alerts, Apollo has averaged a whopping 2.4 wins per day, and that's on real trade alerts, no back test. And just look at a handful of top alerts with the selected options on KR, 76% gain. Wow, look at this one, 3,640. Don't you love profits that are so big they got a comma in them? Here's Piton, 4,180. Then we got another one. Look at this one, $4,800. That's 140% gain. That's a big trade right there. Now, of course, it should go without saying that markets don't come with guarantees. There's no magical button for instant wealth. This is work. If you're looking to get rich overnight, then please do yourself a favor and log out. But if you're looking for an undeniable edge, a new way to trade the markets unlike anything I've ever seen before, then look no further. Because with Apollo, you'll always have a constant stream of alerts firing off in your back pocket on stocks that are on the verge of breaking out. No more headaches staring at confusing chart patterns, no more forcing low probability trades. Apollo does all the heavy lifting for you automatically. So if you want to be one of the first in the world to have a behind the scenes look at this incredible trading algo, then stay tuned. Because at the end of the broadcast, we're going to reveal the number one stock Apollo flagged to breakout today. Brand new trade. Plus reveal the major surprise coming for you guys here in the next few minutes. So if that's you and you want in, let's open up the chat for everybody. Go ahead and post in the chat. Just type in the word Apollo.
It's going already. Seriously, do it right now. Let us know.
Oh, yes. Good. Now let's go through this thing. Okay, let's do it here. There you go. Now, like I mentioned a moment ago, my name is Jack Carter. Thank you for being here. You may know me as the Income Ace. With a strategy so successful, I achieved a 95.9% win rate on over 200 live signals, including the crash of 2022. Now, given my track record, I normally avoid all other financial recommendations, but after hearing about this new smart algorithm and how unique it is, and a brand new way to help predict breakouts before they happen with a precise confidence rating and a time frame, that's new. I had to check this out for myself. See, the computer whiz, the professor, and the doctor, all the same person behind this groundbreaking innovation, is none other than trading mastermind Jeffrey Turnmeyer. This is the guy you want on your side. After 27 years in the markets and generating over $1 million in verified trading profits over the years, today's special guest is pulling back the curtain on his most cutting-edge invention yet. Take it away, Jeffrey.
All right, man. Thanks, Jack, for being here. Thank you, everybody, for being here, spending a Saturday with us. You know, I've been working hard on this in the behind the scenes, and I haven't even rolled it out yet, even in a beta. And you guys are going to get the first crack at it right here. So thanks for being here with us. Now, in a moment, I'm going to reveal how Apollo has averaged 2.4 wins per day for over a year now. And I'm going to reveal the number one ticker that it picked out right at yesterday afternoon before the market closed. And I'm going to give that to you for free right here. Plus, I've got multiple major surprises coming at you guys. One of them, the copywriter and all the team didn't even know about. I didn't even come up with it until just a few minutes ago before we went live here. So I made another upgrade to this thing. I'll tell you about it right at the end of the presentation here. But first, it's important to remember that there's no get-rich-quick scheme. This doesn't solve all your financial problems, all right? When you put money at risk in trading, you can lose that money. So please, once you get your hands on the tool here today, be smart. Don't over-leverage yourself. Don't put everything in the next trade. This is used to grow your account slowly over time, like some of the examples you're going to see here today. See, Apollo is designed to radically change when you enter trades, how you look at the markets, and how you find trades. Most people believe in buying fear, selling greed, and that can be a key to becoming successful as a trader. But I mean, I'm sure you've heard Warren Buffett talk about it. Buy when others are fearful, sell when others are greedy, and it's great. Like, it's a great theory. Buy low, sell high, buy when other people are selling, and it's great in theory. Great in theory. But the sad reality is it's practically impossible for the average trader or most even well-experienced traders to actually follow through on this. I mean, Jack, you and I both have sold on a chart like this, right? I mean, I have for certain. Like,
no question about it.
Dear gosh, man, gap down. Looks like we're going into the abyss. I mean, the urge to sell can be overwhelming, and it seems like somebody's watching your platform, because as soon as you do, it does this, right? It seems like you sell right there, and then boom, it reverses, and you're like, well, that was stupid. And then it turns out to be the wrong decision. Then, Jack, I know you love this pattern up and to the right, and sometimes the FOMO can get you, and then it's like somebody watched you buy, and it turns right around on you. I've done that too. I know Jack has. We've talked about it on our show together. It's absolutely crushing though when you buy right there, and then you watch it just go down, down, down. I mean, it can lead to devastating losses, right? So if you've ever made critical mistakes in your own trading because you felt the fear of missing out of a giant move higher, or maybe that fear that this thing's going into the abyss and you're just going to lose more money, well, it's not your fault, right? As humans, these emotions are hardwired into our basic instincts. I mean, it's a survival instinct right there. What you need is a way to overcome these human handicaps using a practical, data-driven approach, one that helps give a clear, structured framework for entering and exiting trades. For example, on SoFi, just the other day, stock kind of chopping around, going nowhere for an entire week. Most traders have no idea. Flip a coin, right? Jack, I mean, which way is it going? Up or down?
Impossible to tell from this.
Yeah, impossible, right? But if you knew right there on that candlestick that Apollo had flagged a high probability breakout that might happen in the next couple of days with a 92% historical win rate on this thing, would you buy in?
Of course. That's a huge edge.
And you didn't have to be at the computer to catch this thing either. You could have been out working on your short game or doing any other thing in the world that you love to do. Felt that alert come through in your pocket. You would have gotten the alert with the profit target, the stop loss, all the details you needed to set the trade and forget it. And now, with the most recent upgrade that's going live this week, an option pick and something else that I'll give you details on if you stick around to the very end, another upgrade and on top of this right here, you could have clicked a few buttons on your cell phone and watched SoFi hit the profit target the very next day. 66% potential gains on that if you had the right option on SoFi.
Jeffrey, that's incredible. 2,000 would have turned into 3,332 overnight. And that's on a chart that gave almost no directional bias to the naked eye. But Apollo was able to turn it into a big 24-hour winner. Now, Jeffrey, I need to know more about this. How is Apollo able to predict these breakouts days in advance before most traders could even consider taking a position?
All right, Jack, great question. We're going to get into it right now. And it all comes down to a very simple pattern that drives the ebbs and flows in every stock move. It's the market cycle right here. You know, it's what it boils down to. It's an age-old theory explaining how and why stocks behave the way they do. And as you can see, stocks move a little bit different. They have a different pattern depending on which stage they're in out of these 4 stages. First, you have the accumulation phase when smart money's loading up on shares. It seems like it's a tight range of chop, fails to break out, fails to break down, just chop, 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 right? That's when you want to buy in the accumulation phase, right before the breakout phase. And that's where almost all the big gains are made and realized in this breakout phase. And then you have a distribution phase after it's moved up. And it seems a lot like the accumulation phase, except it happens after a big move up and it happens right before a distribution phase or markdown phase. Markdown phase where prices go back down. And then we rinse and repeat. And we start stage 5, which is stage 1, all over again with an accumulation. Now, a lot of people think these things happen over longer time frames, like years. But what a lot of people don't realize is these cycles play out on shorter time frames all day long. The key is identifying when the accumulation phase is about to come to an end. That way you can jump in before the breakout phase gets going. And Apollo is designed and programmed to do exactly that. Like with Peabody Energy, BTU, just recently, for nearly 2 weeks, this thing was failing to break out, failing to break down, failing to break out, failing to break down, just kind of going nowhere, chopping, right? A lot of traders flip a coin. You would have just been guessing, or maybe you got frustrated and just walked away from this chart. How long is it going to last? But right here, Apollo flagged a breakout phase that might happen in the next 3 days with a 78% confidence rating. You could have purchased. Now, the exact option that Apollo picks out, set up the trade for the profit target, and cashed out as BTU soared to new highs. 82% gain on that one, right there on BTU. Watch it happen again. This time on Newmont Mining, the world's largest gold mining company. At the time, CNBC was telling us that Newmont was overbought, probably the most overbought stock in all of Wall Street. And ultimately, I guess they were right, but we were stuck in an accumulation phase for almost 2 weeks straight. But right here, Apollo flagged a breakout phase to happen in the next 2 days with a 76% confidence rating. You could have felt that alert come through in your pocket, bought a candlestick right there when you got the alert, and set up the trade to automatically close out at a profit target. Cashed out just a couple short days later. 87% gain on NEM right here.
Jeffrey, that's about 8 years of typical stock market buy and hold gains in just 2 days. And it's not like anybody would have needed to stare at the charts all day long to catch this one. It would have hit your line directly with a quick buzz in the pocket on your phone. Now, Jeffrey, you've created some truly powerful systems in the past. I'm always amazed at your work, and like your undefeated income strategy that's locked in 87 winning trades without a single loser, or your crypto service that went an entire year without losing while maintaining a whopping 215% average return per trade. But look, Apollo is your crown jewel.
Man, it's that pattern that I love right there.
It is. And you get excited about it, and I know that's how good this thing is. So before you reveal the number one stock that Apollo flagged to break out today, plus get to the special announcements, I should say that plural, that we have on deck for everybody today, I need to know more about this, man. How exactly does it calculate when the accumulations come to an end? Because I can't see it in a chart.
Well, let me start off by saying that this gets a little nerdy and you don't really have to understand everything. But this is exactly what I talk about every single day on our Market Master show. And over the years, I've found a unique setup that helps me predict price moves before they happen. And Jack, you've seen it in person. I do this over and over and over right here. It's all based on some Elliott wave theory, some Fibonacci analysis, bounces off my signature roadmap line. I mean, all the stuff. If you've listened to me, you hear me talk about this stuff every single day. We talk about it on Market Masters every day. And it's this exact setup that is the core of how Apollo finds stocks before the breakout phase begins. Now let's break down a chart on Zoom that just recently happened. At the time, Zoom just kind of chopping along, failing to break out, failing to break down. Same story as always. And again, not a chart that most traders would consider doing anything with, except maybe selling some puts below the support, right? Now, thanks to Apollo running automatic Fibonacci analysis in real time, never sleeping, never forgetting, always doing it, we knew there was an entry that showed up right there. set for a breakout phase with an 81% historical confidence rating. With odds like that, anybody could have bought in this candlestick right here. Set up the profit target, set up the stop loss, just given to you in the alert. Then go play with the grandkids. And Jack, I know you love to do that stuff right there.
Favorite thing in the world.
And then watches the trade potentially closes automatically without you barely having to lift a finger at all. And if you traded the options on this, you could be looking at a 65% gain on Zoom right there. $2,500 at risk, turned into over $4,000. Watch it happen again on Kroger right here. Another breakout. Kroger, again, failing to break out, failing to break down, same story. Most traders would have considered it kind of a dead chart after a couple days, right? But thanks to Apollo running automatic Fibonacci analysis in real time, we knew the alert and the breakout phase was set right here. With an 80% historical win rate, it would have only taken a few minutes to enter the trade, set up the stop loss, set up the profit target, back to your day, cruise around town or work in the garden, you name it, whatever it is you love to do. And as expected, Kroger hit the profit target, another huge winner right there. 76% on the right options on Kroger.
Jeffrey, 2,500 in that one would have paid an extra 1,900 in cold hard cash, enough to pay the average mortgage for the month, all from a single automated trade alert. And I have to admit, in all my years of trading, I've never seen anything as hands-free as Apollo. Not only does this smart algo help eliminate your emotions from the equation, but it literally spoon feeds you everything you need to target a successful trade. And I mean, really, folks, look at this last alert on Kroger. How much better does it get than this? Gives you everything. You get the confidence rating. That's not on anything else I've seen. The profit factor, awesome. The average trade duration, the entry trigger, so you know the price to buy in, and your profit target, so you can set it and forget it, plus the stop loss, so you can manage your risk. And of course, you even get the individual chart. And now with the latest upgrades this week, you get the best matching options too. Oh, this is amazing. Jeffrey, I'm not sure what more anybody could ask for. Apollo is the full package and it's fully automated. Heck, you don't even need to pull up charts anymore, do you?
Yeah, not really. I mean, it kind of gives you the chart you need so you can just look at it at a glance and see if everything looks good. If it does, you just follow right along. I'm giving you the automatic picks for a call option. Now, I have an extra special announcement at the end. I'm doing something above and beyond, not just long calls. We're talking about some other trades added on. Stick around if you want more details. And so far, the winners have been hitting pretty much every day with a 73% historic win rate in 2,435 or 34 trade signals that have been out there. It's crazy.
Jeffrey, that's no different than winning almost 7 out of every 10 trades.
Yeah, that's right. I mean, Apollo puts the odds in our favor so that no other trading service, no other trading platform, no other indicator, no brokerage, heck, no guru even comes close to any of this stuff right here. It doesn't matter where you live. It doesn't matter where you trade. It doesn't matter how much experience you have at trading. As long as you have a cell phone, as long as you can get these alerts, maybe a tablet, a computer, you name it, you can get these alerts and take action when they fire off. The rest kind of takes care of itself. And remember, Apollo picks up on these breakout opportunities every single day. Like right after the alert that we just showed you on Kroger right here. I mean, 76%. Another one happened on Best Buy right here, same day. You could have been out hanging out by the pool if that's what you love to do. Read that Best Buy was on the verge of breaking out right here. Simply set up the trade with the profit target, the stop loss, and boom, gap and go. 54% potential gain on the right options for Best Buy.
Jeffrey, anybody who invested 2,000 in each of those last 2 trades, which occurred back to back, well, they would have walked away with 4,603 cash in less than 24 hours in the market. And Jeffrey, it's not like 2 wins on the same day is something that rarely happens either. I mean, that's amazing, but you're doing it. Since you released Apollo to the public last year, check this out. Apollo has been averaging 2.4 wins per day.
That's right, Jack. Sometimes we get way more wins than just 2 a day. I mean, let's check this out right here. This happened. This is a special week. Happened a few weeks back. One of the best kind of days we've seen so far. I mean, you could have been out having brunch with friends, felt that alert on Southwest Energy coming through, and read that it's on the verge of breakout with a 90% historical win rate right there. That means out of the last 40 times that we've seen this pattern show up in Southwest Energy, 36 of those went on to be winners. And all you had to do is grab the trade right there. You had the profit target, the stop loss, and forget it as it went soared with the right options, 150% gains. But we didn't stop there because Apollo closed 8 more winners on that same day. 23% on MOS, 42% on GOLD, 34% on Capital One, 62% on one of Jack's favorite strategy right here, 23% on Applied Materials, 15% on Workhorse, 31% on Nucor, and 41% on another one of Jack's favorites, Meta. I probably wouldn't have touched it, but it's still locked in gains right there.
Now take a breather, Jeffrey. I'm pretty much out of breath too. If I counted correctly, that's 9 wins from just one day of trading. Is that right? I don't know if I've ever seen anybody close 9 wins in a single day. But Apollo was able to do it all on autopilot. That is amazing.
Yeah, I'm not the only one loving this action. I mean, some of my top traders have been crushing it. Like Laura here caught all 9 of those winners on that day. So it's not like we just made this up right there. And then Sledge, my man's been 92% spot profitable on these babies right here. David A, 17 wins, 1 loss, 4 cooking. I mean, it's great having automatic nice profits. Jason here, $4,000 a month. Edward here, winning 86% of the time. Donald here, crushing it 88% of the time on over 80 trades. Stanley here, grabbing 28 trades, winning 88% of the time. Carlos here, 90% win rate, $5,100 profit. I mean, and as great as closing out 9 out of 9 is, it gets even better because the very next day, you could have potentially done it all over again. Another day of waterfall of wins with Apollo, 95% on Baba, 59% on Google, 29% on Canopy Growth, 36% on C, 32% on Rio Tinto, 55% on EQT, and of course, this was a special 2-day period. Not every 2-day period is going to be this good. Losses happen. Don't risk more than you can afford to lose. We're hyping it up here. We're showing some of the best stuff, but there are losses that do occur. And Apollo absolutely crushed it over this 2-day win streak that we are showing off right here. It was an amazing period of time, and I wanted to show it off.
Well, that truly is remarkable, Jeffrey. Now, let's say, for example, somebody just put 2,000 in each of those trades that closed out over that 48-hour period. That would have paid a total of 14,540 in cash money. And their money would have been not exposed to the stock market for hardly any time at all. I love that part.
Yeah, that's right, Jack. I mean, that's without any compounding too on that 14,000. That's crazy. I mean, it costs a whopping 11 grand now to live the same way you lived just a few years ago. So an extra 14 grand probably help out a lot of people out there right now. I mean, maybe covering a car payment or two. That's a pretty lofty car payment. Maybe paying down some credit card debt. But the smart thing to do, just beef up that rainy day savings because you never know when things are not going to go your way. Of course, like any investment, there's risk of loss. That could have been 2 days of losing also. But that's why I worked extra hard to optimize the calculations behind Apollo. And after unleashing this smart algorithm into the market for over the last 2 years, I'm proud to say Apollo has already booked 1,756 live winning trade alerts right there. That's about 2.4 wins per day, everybody. So listen, if you had a tool that automatically gives you a historic win rate, a profit factor, a target, a stop loss, picked out options for you before you place the trade, then automatically give you maybe another options trade on top of the one that we just showed off, what would that do for your trading? Make you more confident? What do you think, Jack?
I think it'd make me a lot more confident and allow me to stick to a plan and make my life easier and maybe unlock my full trading potential.
That sounds pretty good.
Yeah.
Well, and that's exactly what I've upgraded Apollo to try to aim and accomplish right here. Today, you have the chance to be the next person to tap into these unique Apollo alerts with a few clicks of a button. No more chasing the next fad setup, indicator, whiz bang thing. No more guessing when to enter and exit. No more trading setups that have low historic probabilities of success. You can check every single one that you get. And most importantly, no more trading blind. So if you would like access to the all-new Apollo algorithm, catching every entry, exit, options pick, and more, then I invite you to grab one of these limited edition pre-release memberships right here. We're releasing this before I release the new code to the world. This is an Apollo algorithm pre-release special offer right here today. Apollo is the only smart algo that I know of that uses advanced Fibonacci analysis to spot breakouts before they even happen, automatically generating alerts with everything you need to trade on the go. Entry price, profit target, stop loss, win rate, profit factor, even the chart, all set up in the alert. You don't even have to go dig up anything anywhere else. Plus, we're going to give you the best matching options and another bonus that I'll tell you about if you stick around to the very end, because it's so new, it didn't even make it into this presentation. Now, before I reveal the number one stock Apollo flagged for breakout that you could enter Monday if you wanted to, plus the special announcement, we've got tons of special stuff happening here today. There's another special announcement I can't wait to share with you on top of everything I've already teased right here. So here's how it's going to work. Every day, Apollo scans through hundreds of the biggest, most liquid stock tickers out there. When it flags a stock that it sees on the verge of a breakout, you're going to immediately get that alert sent right to your phone, your computer, your tablet, however you like to get trade alerts, with everything, every automatic alert, including the historic win rate, the profit factor, the average duration that the trade usually lasts on this ticker, the entry price, the profit target, the stop loss, an individual chart, everything you need to target the next great win, like 76% on Kroger. I've set this up to be as easy as 1, 2, 3. 1, get the alert. 2, decide if you like it. Are the numbers even something you like? 3, take the trade and wait for the results. You can opt in to receive these alerts. Telegram or Discord, you pick your preferred method right there. Now, all the instructions for getting those alerts set up is in the Apollo members portal. We also have a masterclass waiting for you already. You know, the upgrades I'm making here don't change the core, but they do make it easier to take the trades. You can expect like 3 to 5 of these per day. We've had as many as, I think the record is 41 trades in a day kick off. All of these automatically generated from this smart algorithm right here. And with the best options picks right here, and another bonus, another option pick, another way to trade, I'm going to show you at the very end of the presentation. Just wait. Just like recently, you could have been enjoying your morning cup of Joe or your morning monster like me, read that Carvana was on the verge of a breakout, placed a quick trade, locked in 51% gains. Then a few hours later, we saw another alert come through on Google, 79% gains. Another one came through on Rocket Companies, 140% gains. And if you still wanted some more action after going 3 for 3 on the day, Phase Energy, right there, 101% gains. Now, you're probably wondering, what's this thing going to cost? And this is where Jack's jaw about fell off yesterday when we went through this.
I still think you got to get this verified. We went through it, but did you ask anybody?
Now, considering you can't get Apollo Algo anywhere else in the world, we could easily value this entire package at $4,000 a year. And I've had people pay that. It's worth every penny, in my opinion, right there. But here's the deal. I want to celebrate this release and upgrade of this all-new version of Apollo and do something crazier than Jack's grandkids right here. Crazier than his crazy granddaughter. You see, this program should be rightfully offered as an annual membership, given that there's ongoing costs to me to maintain the live data feeds and upgrade stuff. And, now I got 2 open claw bots to feed in the background. But between the development costs, the ongoing maintenance, it actually cost me a pretty good chunk of money just to keep it all going every year. But instead of charging you thousands of dollars every year for this explosive trading tool, if you join today, I'm going to have a very special deal in store. Once you become a member and get access to Apollo, it's yours to keep forever. I'm going to upgrade everybody that jumps in today with VIP access right here. No subscription fees, no annual renewals, no recurring charges. Everybody's going to be automatically upgraded to the VIP membership if you jump in today, which simply means now you could go get a lifetime worth of opportunities from Apollo without ever worrying about another ongoing cost. Look, Jack didn't want me to do this. The publisher didn't want me to do this, but I convinced everybody this is a good deal. Let's get some people in. Let's have some fun. What do you say, Jack? Let's have some fun.
I think we should. But this is crazy what you set up.
This is not all, though. This is not all. Because my staff and I aren't actually writing any of these alerts. I don't actually have to hit Deanna. I don't actually have to hit anybody in the background to send these alerts. The algorithm does it all these custom alerts. I can dramatically cut down the price on Apollo, just enough to cover the ongoing maintenance costs and the data feeds and give you a great deal to get in. So instead of paying $4,000 for a year, we're going to slash $2,000 off that price. But that's not all. I'm going to do it again. Let's slash another half off from there for early bird buyers that take action today. So we're talking about VIP access to everything we're talking about on a re-release special here for $9.95 for a lifetime access.
What I can't believe.
Plus all the future updates. Now, this special deal is not going to last. All right? So if you want to take these trades, if you want to get on these and put it to work for you, today is the day to do it. Because this new list upgrade, adding in the best option picks, plus another bonus I'm going to share at the very end, well, the price is going up, not down. After we fill these 99 spots right here.
98.
98, Jack already bought one. After we fill these 98 spots, we're cranking up the price, and it's probably going to be higher than it originally was right here. So there's 99 slots available at a special deal for the re-release right here. And it wouldn't be shocked if we sell this thing out in 24 hours. So if you're ready to grab a lifetime access to the all-new Apollo algorithm right here, the all-new upgrades, and you want to do it for the lowest price that we're ever going to do this again, hit the link in the chat right now. Man, Blake's dropping it in there. JeffreyTrader.com/Apollo. Call the team 904-706-3539. If you got like credit on your account or you got multiple payment plan, you got split cards, need to put need to put 500 here and 495 over here, whatever it might be. Only $9.95 for lifetime access today. There are 99 of these spots available. After that, price is going up. Click that link in the chat, JeffreyTrader.com/Apollo. And Jack was like, "What are you doing, man? Why are you offering this for so cheap?"
Well, I was ready to pay the $4,000 or $5,000. I didn't make it through the full presentation. I know what this thing is worth. I mean,
we sit here and trade the results of this thing all the time.
I know what it's worth. Just being honest, the people can make $5,000 on one trade. People have made over 4,000 on one trade. Not saying you will. I'm just saying that nothing is going to give you the opportunity to have a profit so big it has a comma in it like this thing. But this 99, you don't want to be the 100th person. This is just unbelievable. I'm sure the price will go back up to $4,000 or $5,000 because that's really what it's worth. But $9.95 for life, man, I don't know.
It's a special release just for me, making some upgrades. Give a few people a special opportunity. First come, first serve, right here. Once they're sold out, they're sold out. $9.95 for lifetime access. Special sweetheart deal right here. Now, I got something else. Jack. On top of everything we've talked about.
I'm already sent out, so go ahead, hit me up.
Now, the Apollo algorithm at $9.95, that's a heck of a deal, right? Heck of a deal. What if I make this even sweeter? When you grab one of those 99 spots, you're going to get access to my personal Apollo trade room. Now, I don't take a lot of these trades necessarily. I'm kind of a retired trader. I come out of the woodwork for the best of these setups. And here's how this Apollo trade room works. When I see something fire off that just really, I've been watching in the background and I really want a piece of the action, it's got a huge win rate, a nice risk reward, all the things I look for, you're going to be the first one to know I'm placing a real money trade. That means you can.
They got to pay an upgrade for that?
No, this is included on the VIP for free.
Wow. This
right here.
Better, man. So I get to see the trades you're taking. That means I don't even have to think.
That's exactly right. That's exactly right.
I don't have to trade. I can do what you do.
As long as you buy the VIP upgrade, the VIP membership, this is the only thing we're offering today is the VIP for $9.95. As long as you get that, this is only open for Apollo members who historically have bought the VIP upgrade right here. Look at some of the trade alerts that I put out in this room, like 45% on UBS, 47% on AA, 86% gain on Oracle, 90% gain on TQQQ, 150% gain on OKTA. My opinion, these trades up the value 10 times or more. I mean, we should probably charge $2,000 just for the trade alerts on an annual basis.
I thought an upgrade would be that they get your room for another 2 or 3 grand. I can't believe you're giving away lifetime for free, your trading room for free, the options picker for free. That's new.
Yeah, and then I even have something extra special I'm going to share at the end that you don't even know about. It didn't even exist yesterday when we did the walkthrough. Something even new I built this morning. Because you're here today, you don't pay $19.95 for trade alerts. You get those included for free in the $9.95. Consider it my way of saying thank you for joining this re-release of Apollo. And you won't need to pay anything extra next year or anytime after that because you're automatically upgraded to lifetime access if you jump in today. That means you get lifetime access to the Apollo smart algorithm, all the alerts, all the upgrades, lifetime access to my personal trades that I do with the Apollo algorithm, plus any other future upgrades. I mean, I already decided to make another upgrade today. You get all the future upgrades, all for just $9.95 right here today. But remember, this is a last call. This is a first call and a last call, all in one, right here. We're going to shut this down after 99 spots. I have no idea if it's ever going to release for this cheap again. In fact, if Jack has anything to do with it in the background, he's going to ensure I don't release it for this kind of price ever again. So save yourself $500 today, at least. Don't pay more than you have to. $9.95 for lifetime access right here. 98 slots available because Jack took one. And if you're one of the new members who joins right here in this room, I'm going to give you a trade logger that automatically logs the trade. I'll give you access to that right in your members area, worth probably $1,000. This thing jumps in, logs the trades automatically. You can see all the open trades, all the closed trades, all the winners, all the losers, right there for free. It's kind of a special cheat sheet of where available nowhere else. I don't even know anybody else that has something as automatic and cool as this. You know, Jack and I talk about somebody else's software all the time on our show, and it doesn't even do it automatically. So this thing is in the members area right there. That's
the trade tracker.
Yeah, that's the trade tracker. Automatically does it right in the members area. And if you want to claim the special bonus, you got to sign up right here today. There are over 2,434 trades in that trade tracker already. Lifetime access, $9.95 right here.
Well, Jeffrey, I know you've worked hard on these latest upgrades. You're passionate about that and you use it too. But let's hear from some of the current Apollo members and what they have to say so far. Jason's bringing in $4,000 a month using Apollo. Patrick is at a 92% profitable win rate. Peter B had 7 of 8 trades in the green. That's awesome. Andrew had his best profit day ever. That's what we hope more people get. And I got to tell you, every single one of you here in this webinar, you have the same talent and ability as Andrew and everybody you see here today. You just need to take action. Like Ed, all I can say is Apollo rocks. Started 3 months ago. Example of my account speaks volumes. It already paid for itself. David A., I'm waking up to see these trades closed automatically for a nice profit. 17 wins, 1 loss, and 4 cooking. Stephen S. paid for it in just a few trades. How many people have had 17 wins in a row? Wow. James M. also paid for Apollo membership in the first week. A lot of people are doing that. Donald S. win rate 88.6. Look at this. 80 closed trades. That's a guy that sticks with the system. And look at those results from sticking with the system. Laura P. closed 26 trades, 22 winners. Amazingly, a lot of these alerts are on low price tickers. So there you go. Not a lot to do it. Now look at Edward W. This is an action taker. $60,000 on Apollo trades. Man, that's
700. He took 700 of these.
you believe
Right
that?
there.
That is, that's the opportunity. You don't have to take 700 trades, people, but if you're somebody that likes it, you're going to be constantly spoon-fed with the highest conviction trades every day. And keep in mind, all those stories came from before the latest upgrades Jeffrey did to Apollo, and he's still going to do more. Now, before Apollo picks the best matching options for you automatically.
I think, Jack, these are amazing stories. I'm proud of everybody. I'm proud of Ed, proud of Laura, proud of David, proud of Patrick, Andrew, all the people that we just showed off right there. Proud of all of them for taking action and getting in on these. So if you're watching right now, join us, get in on this, secure your access. This is a pre-release price. This thing is coming out this week. We may even bump the price this week once it comes out and if it's so popular right here. 99, 98 slots available. Jack said he took. I already see a few people buying. There's less than that. The team's already hitting me here saying these slots are going fast. So 9.95 limited access right here, lifetime access, limited spots. Oh, excuse me. Whew. If there's one thing I want you to remember from this class, it's this. If you've been struggling to gain consistency from your own trading, it's not because you're a bad trader. You just need a practical, data-driven approach, one that gives you a clear, structured framework for entering and exiting trades. Apollo does this. You wait for the alert. This one on Palantir, read that it's set up for a breakout right there in the next 3 days. You knew it had a 79% historical win rate on this pattern. You simply set up the trade right here. Profit target, stop loss, back to your day, back to doing whatever it is you love to do, and watch it take off like a rocket ship. With the selected options, potentially 68% gain on Palantir. Another one on Trade Desk right here, same day, 42% gains right there on the selected options. Another one on ISRG, maker of the Da Vinci robot. Boom, 64% gain on ISRG. $2,500 into each of those trades. Could have been over $6,000 profit, which would have more than covered the cost for you and a few friends to get this thing, and you still had money to take everybody out to lunch just from a few trades. Grab your lifetime membership, only $9.95. I'm probably going to take this insane deal off the table. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Lock it in. JeffreyTrader.com/Apollo. If you got questions, call the team, 904-706-3539. Phone number's right in the chat.
Jeffrey, this offer is a true no-brainer. Now, before we open up the chat and break away for some live trading and look at this stuff, really quick, I want to ask you a few questions that I see people are asking, like, can members begin receiving these automatic alerts as soon as today?
Well, since it's Saturday, and we did this on Saturday because there's no market open, we're not going to get alerts today. But come Monday morning, I think Apollo's going to be generating alerts, and you can get those via Telegram or Discord right away. Both programs completely free. Both run our web browser, easy to sign up, easy to set up. Instructions are in the members area after you join.
Now, how many alerts can we expect per day?
Now, I've back tested tens of thousands of these trades, and the final data shows we typically get an average of 3 to 5 a day. Some days, the biggest day we've ever had, we had 41 trades kick off in a single day. The lowest day had none. When the market was absolutely boring and dead, nothing fired off.
Well, that's probably good because it keeps you out of the ruts.
Yeah. And all of them, all the ones that have fired off, even the back test, even the live trades, everything right around a 74% win rate. Right on par with the live results with 73% right there.
Now, is this for beginners?
I think so, especially with the latest upgrades, because I'm picking out the options trade, and I'm even picking out a spread trade. That's the big upgrade I didn't tell anybody. I'm going to add a spread trade, a debit spread trade that you can take advantage of. If you don't like call options and they're too expensive, I'm going to give you a debit spread trade option that you can play too. All picked out.
On top of the regular calls that you gave them?
Yeah, so you could play both if you wanted to. You could buy the call and buy the debit spread. No, it's all going to be picked out for you automatically.
I could buy the stock, or I could buy calls. And in addition to that, you're saying that I could do spreads?
Yeah, I'm going to give you
one of the three or all three.
You can do everything, Jack. I know you love to take the triple crown, as you call it, where you get in all sorts of things. I mean, you could do it all if you wanted to. My recommendation is pick the one that fits best with you. But shares are a way to play for everybody can play shares. If you want to do spreads, you can do it. If you don't have spread permission, you don't have call option permission, you don't have to. The biggest gains come from calls, but the biggest costs come from straight calls. We're going to have big gains with debit spreads and a lower cost. And, it does cap the gains though. And then of course you can always play with shares. In fact, the algorithm trades shares and puts it in the trade log. And it's my goal to help you become a better trader all around. So
that's also great. Everything you've added to this is amazing, but I know people are going to want to know, is there a guarantee?
Oh, of course. There's I put a ton of my heart and soul into this thing. It's my favorite pattern in the entire market. I'm going to give you 14 days to kick the tires. And if you don't like it after that, you can get your money back. But my goal is to try to get as many trades as possible out there. I mean, it's all automatic, so it's up to the market, but we're going to give out as many awesome trades as we possibly can, all automatically with this algorithm in the next 2 weeks. Plus, if you're just having a hard time, if you're not able to work Telegram, if you're not able to work Discord, if you're not able to get the alerts, you're not able to figure out what the devil it even means, you're just having a hard time, you can go visit my customer support live every single day, prosperitypub.com/help, 10 a.m. to 1 p.m. Eastern. They're there, Cam and Gustavo, live during market days to help you out. If you don't go get help, if you don't go visit them, this is on you. They're there. They know how this works. They know how the algorithm works. They can show it off. They can help you get in the trades. They have access to Discord. They can help you everything you need to know right there. prosperitypub.com/help. Go get that help every day.
Okay, now can you break down an Apollo alert for me one more time? There's a lot of great info on here. Break it down for me.
Absolutely. We get the ticker. That's the first thing we get right up here. Then we get the historic win rate. We get the profit factor on top of that. We get the average duration of the trade. And it gives you kind of like consider some options. Now, in the past, people had a lot of trouble with that. So now I've upgraded it to actually make an option pick in the kind of ideal target range of time frames, so you don't run out of time 99% of the time. It is a conservative option pick. If you wanted to be more aggressive, you do you. And it's also going to give you a debit spread right there for a lower cost way. It gives you the target, it gives you the entry trigger. If you want to trade shares, gives you the stop loss, all included, gives you that chart right there. You can see the high of the pattern. You can see the low of the pattern. You can see the close above the 618. You can see the profit target right up there on the chart. Everything you need to trade that breakout without even going to any platform at all and pulling up a chart. It's about the best deal I could possibly do in a trade alert. Plus, I give those new best option pick, like I said, on top of this. Plus, not even written into the slideshow, I'm going to give you a debit spread trade to lower the cost if that's what you want to do.
It's awesome.
Don't miss this pre-release special price. First come, first serve. 90, probably 90, and probably 70 slots left now. The team's like blowing up in the background here. $9.95 lifetime access right here today. We only had 99 spots available. Jack already took one. Lots of people already jumping in.
Now, why not? Why will you not invest in yourself and take action on something that can give you a lifetime of opportunities on a daily basis? Every day the stock market's open, you give me the stock, the confidence rating, the profit target. Whew, this is unbelievable, man. Now you're giving me the options if I want to buy calls. And now on top of that, you're giving me if I want to do a spread, you're giving me the exact strikes, everything I need. You're spoon feeding me the cream of the crop. Man, why would I not take one for $9.95? That's a no-brainer.
This alert fired off right here on Friday, right before the close on Rayathon, right here. There's the high. Here's the low. Nice three-wave ABC. Absolutely beautiful correction into the low. Bounced off the roadmap line on this 30-minute chart right here. Kicked off the entry. 75% likely to go up here. But wait, we look at it. This one's actually a little light. It's actually 68%. 1.2. That's right on pace with tens of thousands of trades right there. I like it. I picked this to give out to everybody. Now, the entry target or entry price was 209. That happened. That was already in, that happened on Friday. The target, 216.59. The stop, 199.10. If you're looking at this, if it opens up Monday, it's above 216.59, the trade's done. If it's below 199.10, the trade's done. Anything in between, you do you. You have to pick if you want to do this trade. If you want to play an options trade, I'd probably go with maybe a, let's say 210, possibly 215 strike option. Playing for that 216.56 target. You set the alert on your own chart. If you don't join, there's a freebie trade for you right there. Where's the option pick? I didn't finish the code until today for this thing. Didn't have an options pick because it wasn't ready for it. Like those alerts are brand new starting this week. This is the pre-release for this thing right here with a special price for 99 people, $9.95, lifetime access right here today.
You couldn't make it any better, my friend. I can't wait for the market to open.
There you go. What was the ticker? RTX, right? It was right on the screen. RTX. Take a screenshot. There you go. 3, 2, 1. JeffreyTrader.com/Apollo if you want to join us. 904-706-3539. That's what I got, Jack. Blake, I think you've been fielding questions galore. What we got?
I've been trying to field them off. So the big question is we've been asking in the chat is like, so we get these trades on Discord and Telegram, correct?
Yep.
Okay. And then you get the options trades, right?
Yeah, those will be posted in Discord and in Telegram.
Okay. And they're full call spreads?
So there's different options. You can trade the shares, as Jack and I just went through in the FAQs. You can trade shares. That's completely acceptable. You have the target, you have the stop, you got everything included, the risk even. You can trade a straight call option. The new upgrade is going to pick a call option, an ideal call option for you to trade. And it's going to be conservative. It's going to go out to the kind of the limit. And when we look at one of these, it says 12 to 20 days on average. This thing's going to pick an option out there around 18 to 30 days. All right. It's going to be on the more conservative time so we don't run out of time. All right. That'll be one of the things it does. Now, the new thing that I just added was a bull call debit spread. That pick will be included. So you could do shares, you could do a straight call, or you could do a bull call debit spread.
Three
options. If you want to do something else, you do you.
Yeah. Well, there you go. We had a bunch of people asking, oh, can I do a like a bull put spread, like a credit spread?
Sure. I give you
that too.
I give you the chart. I give you the target. I give you all the details, the target, the trigger, the stop loss. Everything is included with every alert right there. There's no like upgrades. There's no like different things. All included, every alert.
Oh, another big question, Jeffrey. Are these bullish only? Are we trading the downside?
It's always bullish because the market, the last 100 years, every year has had a bullish bias. Jack can talk more about that if he wants to, but the market's bullish. And
you don't want to do bearish trades in a bull market. That's where people get killed. And during a bear market, there's always a bull market somewhere. So,
and get this, out of the tickers that this is set up on, there are some tickers that are short the market. So they actually go up when the market goes down. So those opportunities only show up when the market's going down.
Awesome stuff.
That's awesome. I'm just looking. I'm reading through the chat. There's so many questions. You guys have been keeping me super busy, so I appreciate that. And I just answer so many that when I get to the end, I'm like, wait, I already answered that.
Let me take a screenshot. I work with my bots on Discord, and it gave me a mock-up of what an alert's going to look like. Let me see if I can screenshot it here and bring it over.
Yeah, you do that, and then does it also pick up like ETFs and stuff? Like, is the Apollo algo running? Like, is there a set of tickers that it's running on, or is it just the overall market?
I have a set of high probability tickers it runs on that I've already. Okay. I picked the top 400 by options volume, and then I took out some of the ones that are crappy, and that's what it runs on. So it's roughly 300 tickers or so that it's running on every single day, every single 30-minute candle. It's only looking at this stuff with high options volume because I wanted to trade options. I built a tool for me.
Did you have a master class on this?
I did a while back. There's no real new upgrades, so we didn't have a planned masterclass, but I may do one.
And that's in the members area. So if they want to see what the lines on the chart, purple, green, and all that means, they can go watch the masterclass.
Or you can go to my YouTube channel and I talk about, it's just my market roadmap pattern. It's on a 30-minute time frame. I talk about the market roadmap pattern every single day on YouTube.
And you don't need to take every trade. Just take the ones you want. And if you miss a trade, no big deal, right? You get spoon-fed every single day.
So for those that are here, we found a little nugget of gold in the chat. Like I've had people digging through this stuff. We found that when I give you this risk reward right here, the upside move $7 versus a risk of $10. Now, when the upside potential, or I guess when the risk is 7 times bigger than the upside potential, those trades tend to lose. Anything bigger than 7 to 1, 7 risk for 1 reward, those trades tend to be losers. Why? I don't know. It's just the statistics we found. As it gets closer to 1-1, which this one's not far off 1-1, they tend to be more winners. All right. So there you go. That's a little nugget right there. That's not going to be in the masterclass. It's only been discussed in my Term Trading Lab members group. It's a little nugget we found.
Little nugget. There you go. So those lines right there, those are Fibonacci levels, correct?
This line is a 618.
Okay.
And this line up here is a 1.1448, which is 90% of a 1.272. Right there. It's a fib line I made up that ups the win rate by 5%.
That's what I thought. I know you're a big Elliott Wave Fibonacci guy, so I figured that's what those were. Now I know we already went over this in the FAQ. Alerts per day. How many are we getting on average, you think? 3 to 5?
3 to 5 is what the team says is in the win. This is a mock-up the bot that my Eris bot did right here. This is not exactly what it's going to look like, but it's going to give you the ticker. It's going to give you the entry, target, stop, a suggested call option with the price, and then a debit spread, 1 wide if you want to take it, right there with a net debit, a max profit, an ROI. It's cheaper but cap profit. Right there. That's what an alert will now look like, kind of. It'll look a little different. I'll Discord it up, clean it up just a little bit. If you're in Telegram, it'll probably kind of look like that right there.
Okay. We'd love to see it. And I was actually just checking out the Telegram. I was hoping that there was going to be some new alerts in there, but this is groundbreaking. You just got this done this morning, so I don't know what I was thinking on that.
Yeah. None of these alerts have fired off yet. This is a pre-release special right here. This is before it came out to the public. We were doing this sale right here. It was always intended I would turn this on after we did the sale. So I've just been behind on getting it out and tested. I would have tested it with my Term Trading Lab group, but I didn't get it done. It just wasn't working good. So Monday morning, this is coming out. It's the intention. There may be a couple bugs for the first couple weeks until I get it all. I think the bot made pretty impeccable code, but there could be errors. So bear with us. We'll try to get it all worked out.
Awesome. And so this is another good one too. Like these alerts that fire off, do you have any that you're picking out and sending off in particular? Or, you know what I'm trying to ask?
So included is access to my trade room. And if you're in Discord, let me just click over and show. I don't take very many of these. Jack and I discussed this in the background. There is a trade feed where I post the trades that I take. I'm the only one allowed to talk in here. I trade, I post the ones I take right here. And I usually tell you the target I'm going for. And as you can see, like there's just a feed of me taking these trades, and more often than not, they work out in my favor. I'm kind of a retired trader, and I only take the best of those. I don't take very many usually. So, but you get that access to that for free as a lifetime member.
That's just a personal preference that you don't take very many of them. Other people have taken hundreds of them and have done great.
Yeah.
So if I were someone brand new to this, I wouldn't say I'm only going to do the ones Jeffrey's going to do. I would do some on my own, see how I'm doing, and I would do some of yours. But
I would paper trade a lot, and figure out which ones work better for me and which ones don't. Maybe you don't like higher price tickers. That's good. There's a whole smattering of tickers. There's higher price stuff. There's lower price stuff. There's everything in between. It's a whole swath of high options volume trades. You want to do calls, do calls. If you want to do the spreads, do the spreads. You want to do shares, do the shares. It really doesn't I'm not telling you how to trade. I'm giving you a tool. I'm giving you a tool.
You're spoon feeding them the setups.
Yep.
And that's awesome. Is there an indicator associated
No.
with this all? Just dashboard?
Nope. Just
Nope.
alerts.
Just alerts.
Just trade alerts. When the trade's set up, it gives you the chart. There's no like, what's going to be coming up? I don't know. It can stay in that accumulation phase indefinitely till it's set up.
Yeah,
So
the spreads are
I
not
don't know what you would have on a dashboard. That's the team keeps
Right.
asking me in the background, like, can you make a dashboard for this? I'm like, what would you put on it?
Right.
just alerts. There is no need for a dashboard.
And that's exactly right. I should have rephrased that better. I mean, the dashboard is Discord.
Or
You go
Telegram.
to or Telegram. And we also had another question too, like how can we get these? Can we get them on our cell phone? Absolutely. You can download
Yeah.
Discord on your phone. You can download Telegram. I don't think you're sending these out via email, so you'd have to have Telegram or Discord, one of the two.
Yeah, the team did not want to put these through one click. They said one click wasn't set up to handle automated alerts. So we'll not be in one click right now. Maybe in the future. I'm working with the team to try to like I've been talking to the main publisher guy. He's like, well, I don't understand why we wouldn't do that. And I was like, I don't either. He goes, let me talk to some people and find out. And he said, well, the verdict is they don't want automated alerts. I don't know. Maybe in the future. We'll see. Right now, it's just Discord and Telegram.
Yes.
Take
And
your
it's
pick.
highly recommended that you join Discord because when you join today, you're getting lifetime VIP access, which opens you up to join the Discord. And you can join like-minded traders, chat with them. A lot of benefits that, and they can even chat with you potentially, right, Jeffrey?
Yeah. And call into the customer service and tell them you want the alerts on one click. I mean, the more people that request it, the more likely the team is to add that. Right now, my hands are tied. I can't do it. Like they won't let me do it. They said no.
They said no, Jeffrey, you can't do that.
I mean, that's they basically told me no. So
All right. Well, fair enough. I'm in your Discord. It's really, really easy to use, easy to navigate, and we have customer service live that can help you do that if you need it. So we have support that can help you get in that, get on that, and get all set up there. Average hold time 3 days.
yeah,
That's average, roughly.
yeah, that's an average. Like you said. Here's what the trade tracker looks like. Number of trades open. There's the Rayathon trade right there at the top. RTX right at the top. That was the last trade that fired off. Right there. So it does come with the trade tracker. You can see all these trades. Win, lose, or draw. Some stuff stays open for a couple weeks too. So these are
That's
not
why it's an
necessarily.
average.
There's an average of 3 days, but they can take 45 candles on average is kind of the average. 30-minute candles. So do the math. That's a few days. And roughly 3 days. But the standard deviation is 35 candles. So 3 standard deviations get you 99 percentile is 150 candles. That's roughly 17 days, 17 trading days. So that pushes it out just a little bit further than most people think.
Yeah.
So I'm going to be picking options around 18 to 30 days out in time with the algorithm so that they don't run out of time. Right there. And the statistics for this baby are at the bottom of the page, right down here. You can see 25 trades logged in the past 7 days, 13 are open, 8 are wins, 4 losses. Overall win rate was 66% this week. 2,349 trades logged in the database, 107 are open, 1,611 are wins, 629 are losses. And that's roughly a win rate of 71.8% since June. And total in the database since the beta period, there's over 2,438 in there with a 72.5% win rate.
It's at
Were
the
you showing
bottom
your
of the
screen there?
screen right there, people. 73% win rate at the bottom of the screen. That's what he's
And
talking.
that jives with this disclaimer right here, 73% win rate on 2,434. There's actually 2,438 in the record. A couple more closed before after we wrote this slide and before we went live with the presentation. So
beautiful. And there is a trade tracker with this, so that's great. People were asking. Profit factor. Does your trade tracker show a profit factor at the top, Jeffrey?
no.
No. Okay. I won't
That's
worry about
each one of the trade alerts does.
that. Okay.
So we've got it by ticker as far as the profit factor, not by the system. Because you're not going to take all the trades. Nobody's going to take all the trades. I know nobody's going to take all the trades. That's just it's almost ridiculous to think that you could take all the trades. There's going to be
you'd have a
so
lot
many
stacked
trades.
up.
There's
Yeah.
going to be so many trades. So one of these trade alerts, let me just pull up. We had the Rayathon one right back here. Gives you that profit factor right there, 1.2. It's not the same on every ticker. It's different for every ticker. I only have ones that have statistical significant numbers too.
Mm-hmm.
So if it's got less than 30 trades, it's not in here. So that's the way it works. And what does it look like in Discord? Right there. Same thing it does on the screen.
Yes. That's a screenshot from Discord. For those of you guys that aren't familiar with the Discord text, that is a screenshot from Discord. I can tell.
Right there. And then I'm going to have these new upgrades. Let me see if I can find. Well, we had the screenshot of what I kind of mocked it up to look like, what I gave the AI to make it look like.
We saw that, yeah.
Let me see if I can find it. It's going to be in my Slack.
I'll just tell everybody, while you're looking for that, I'll just say this is a huge upgrade. Because I think previously, to get the options trades, which a lot of people asked about, that was like that was the number one question in the chat was, can we get the options trades? Because those supercharge your returns. You used to have VIP lifetime to get the options trades. Now it's $9.95 for VIP.
Yeah, you used to have the VIP to get my trades, and it never picked out the actual options for you. Like it didn't do that. Like in fact, I tried to. So I built Triple Threat after this system, and because it's a day trade system, and it was only going after a few tickers, I hand coded each ticker to find the exact option. Now Apollo does 300 different tickers, and every one of them had a different time frame on the option. That was hard to try to I wasn't going to hand code 300 different tickers, and then anytime I changed out a ticker, I had to go back and hand change the code. That was difficult to figure out how to do, and that's partly what I used AI to help me improve the code. So now it uses some it does generalize it just a little bit, but it errs on the side of caution and conservativeness, but I think I got it worked out, and we're going to go live with it on Monday. So,
Beautiful.
What was I looking up? Oh, the screenshot. Yeah.
But so that's good. So guys, if you join today, you can get in the Discord this weekend, get locked and loaded and ready to go for Monday at the open when the Apollo Algo fires up and starts firing off alerts. So it's perfect time.
Let's see. Yeah, here we go. This is just on QQQ because it was an example I could fire off on Friday when I was giving the alert to the copywriter. And this is what he used for all the different tickers, because this is the only one I ever produced was this one. And this will probably look just a little bit different than the way it actually looks come Monday. But there you go. That's kind of what it's going to look like right there.
Love it.
Discord is where the alerts happen first. So if you want them, the cutting edge, bleeding edge, all these bots that I created run in Discord, and then automation copies them over to Telegram.
Yeah, and Telegram's just like the secondary choice. If you don't have Discord, you don't feel comfortable using Discord, you can use the Telegram. But I highly recommend you join Discord because there's a chat feature where you can ask Jeffrey questions and interact with the community, which just kind of levels up the membership even further, in my opinion.
I live in Discord. I got banned from Telegram. That's
How do you get banned from Telegram?
Somebody reported me as a spammer on Telegram, and the automated system kicked me off Telegram.
Oh my gosh.
So if you talk to anybody that says they're me on Telegram, it's probably not actually me. Or it's a team member. Or it's a team member using my name.
Yeah. Let's see.
My actual phone is banned from Telegram.
Your device is device banned. Oh my gosh. Okay. And the new alerts from Eris do show the spread to take.
So Eris is not going to. Eris is just an OpenClaw bot. It wrote this.
It wrote
Mike's alerts is a Python bot. No AI included. It's just smarts, algorithm smarts. Mike is going to be the one throwing out these extra alerts.
Okay.
And if it gets too muddy in here, I may break out another channel with just the clean alerts that I just showed you.
Okay.
Right there. Just those marked up clean alerts. So
This is the early access, so we're still
this
trying to
is
get
early
things
access.
squared away.
This is a work in progress here. You're getting the first access to this, first opportunity. Nothing's locked in for sure.
Right. And $9.95 for lifetime, guys. You just can't beat it. That's, I mean, what did we say it was originally? It was half off, then you cut the price in half again. I just think it's a no-brainer.
Yeah.
Really a no-brainer.
It's the best deal I possibly could come up with. Jack thought I was crazy for doing this.
Well, and at first I didn't realize. I was answering questions in chat. I was like, you have to be VIP to get the, call options and the spreads. And then you said, we're going to upgrade your membership to lifetime. And I said, I rolled that back. I said, never mind. You're going to get all of it today when you join. So that surprised me too. I was just as surprised as Jack was.
Yeah. I mean, hey. It's it is what it is.
Yes, Grant, it is. Yes, and Daryl's asking. Some of these folks are they're ready, man. They're already joining your Discord. They're trying to get assigned the role. They're excited. So that's awesome.
So if you get in Discord, make sure you read the rules. It explains everything. Don't just watch the videos in the members area. Read the rules. I upgrade those often. Make sure you read all the rules. It explains what to do. It explains how to find the channels. And as soon as I get off of here, I can't authorize people while I'm on a webinar. As soon as you do the things it says to do, and I verify you, then you'll have access on Monday morning.
There you go.
All right.
All right. What other questions do you guys have? This is great. Had a bunch of questions, gone over a lot. This new upgrade, seriously, special announcement.
If you want a recording, put your name and email in the chat. We'll get you on the list.
That's right. I'll compile that together and get that sent off to the team. We'll get those emailed out to you as soon as we can.
All right, everybody.
All right. Thanks for joining us today, and invest in yourself. Get your lifetime access locked into Apollo Algo for just $9.95. You're going to be glad.
Somebody
looking for me on X. I don't know how you can't find me on X.
There's only one Jeffrey Turnmeyer. As long as you spell your name right, there's no one else on there. So
yeah, I've not seen any other. I've not even run across any that were kind of close. But
yeah, hey, thanks, Jack. I know you're out of here, but thanks for being here, Jack.
It looks right like, right like this right here.
Yep. Oh yeah, and you're verified. You got that blue check mark and
blue check mark. There's trades posted right like that. There's nothing else in here. There's no like. And there's a thing about Eris right there.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Johnny, I'm sure if you wanted the roadmap line, Jeffrey could send that to you.
I share it for free on YouTube.
I was gonna say it's free on YouTube, or you can pay a couple bucks for it.
Yeah, so
it's up to you.
I'll throw some links in the chat.
Maria's wanting to know how to pick the shortest hold time. She wants the returns as quick as possible.
So in the alert, like if you want to go on the low end, you don't have to follow the bot pick. You can put it as tight as possible. You may run out of time. Like the option may go to 0 before it works out. But it does pick right there the average trade duration 3.8 days. So you could go out 4 days or the next not next options expiration past that if you want to play options. It's like this one, 4.2 days. And rolling on up here, this one, 2.4 days. And this one, 4.4 days. So every one of them is in here. Like they're all different. There's no universal to it except the options picks that I'm doing, and they're going to be conservative. The spread will be in there. Yes. Like that was a new upgrade I just did.
Yep. This morning, actually.
Yeah, this morning. That's a brand new, that wasn't in there before. That wasn't even in the presentation. That's a new thing I just coded in. I'll pull up the mocked up example once again, in case anybody missed it. Right here. This is the mocked up example, what an alert will look like. It'll be a little cleaner and fancier and have a logo and stuff, but picks the ticker. This is not a real alert. This is a mocked up example. It'll have the option pick. It'll have a debit spread with all the prices and everything included. It'll have the entry, the target, the stop for shares, all right there. So shares, call options, debit spreads.
That's awesome. And Jeffrey, I would not be surprised if the next time we do this presentation, a year from now, if that win rate hasn't shot up, because now we're adding in these spreads, and I know spreads increase your win rate and lower your break even. So they're super powerful.
So the win rate is all based off of shares.
Oh, okay.
So, I don't know that we'll track the options separately, but they're going to be thrown out there for everybody.
Well, there you go. So then so if you guys are taking the spreads, just know that you probably have an actual higher win rate because of the fact that they insulate you from volatility. I guess shares is the same way. Never mind.
Shares is, shares it either hits or it misses.
Right. Yeah. Yep. That's a good point.
So the spreads, you could run out of time and it still hit. I don't know.
That is true. That's a good point.
And then I need to throw in the market roadmap if people want just that.
Yeah, throw it in there for them. I need to save that link for myself too, so I can start dropping that. So administrator is asking if you've upgraded the Apollo algorithm. That was the whole point of this presentation. Yes, we have upgraded the Apollo algorithm. We've made some big sweeping changes to it, and then we're also adding in VIP lifetime today for $9.95, so you can get in. It's like an early access special. Andrew says I'm all in. Sledge says I will love it. That's great. Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, Sledge is a great guy. Sledge is Patrick that we gave the examples from in the chat here. He loves this algorithm. It's basically, this is the core algorithm that runs everything I do, whether you know it or not. It runs Cashbot. It runs the Apollo just on different time frames. It runs Cashbot, runs Triple Threat, runs Echo Trades, runs the daily setups that I show on YouTube every day. It's the market roadmap pattern. It's
oh yeah, that website is not working.
Which one was that?
The jeffreytrader.com/MRMYT.
What did I type wrong? Jeffreytrader.com. Oh, I left out
TR.
R. I left out an R. Let me see if I can edit that. Delete that.
Here, I can.
I'm not copying it off anything. I'm just typing it in.
Yeah, well, I just noticed that. That was.
There we go.
You got
that should work.
Okay.
That should work. It goes to the right page.
Yeah, that works.
$5.
No, so Larry, that's the really cool thing about what we're doing today. So this $9.95 is lifetime. You're automatically upgraded to VIP. And then we also had some questions too, Jeffrey. And I think this is the right answer for this. So like, let's say you had Apollo Algo for 2 years, and maybe you paid, I don't know, $1,200
more.
You paid more, right? You paid more. To upgrade to VIP would only be $9.95, which is cheaper.
Yeah, you might as well do this today. I think it's the cheapest upgrade price. It's the cheapest anything we've offered.
It is. I went and looked because I have to check because I know people ask it all the time. I went and checked.
We're just cutting out all the extra crap for 99 slots. But once those are filled, and I've already scrolled through and seen at least 30 or 40 orders. Gosh. Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Yeah, I was gonna say, how many slots do we have left open here, Jeffrey? I mean, I know I took one, Jack took one, so that left 97 slots, 98 slots.
I'm seeing at least 30, 40. There might not be many slots left, and by the end of the night, there may not be any.
So right now, there's probably 30 to 40 slots left. Ed signed up. Great.
Yeah, I see Steven signed up, Jeffrey signed up, Trevor, Andrew, I see you in here, Frank, Rizwan, Caron, Daryl, Ian, Philip, Craig, Lynn, Doug, Bruce, John, Ray. I mean, I can keep going. Steven, Susan, Jimmy, Roy. If anybody's still here, thank you for jumping in. Jerry,
Yeah.
Jason, another Steven,
And thanks for being
Mary.
here on a Saturday, too. My gosh.
Yeah,
Took
so
some time out of the weekend to come hang out with Jack and Jeffrey and myself and learn about this brand new system. We appreciate that so
Eduardo,
much.
Eduardo, I just see yours came through. Mark, just see yours. Ray, Ted, thank you all so much.
Yeah.
We've had the I released this July in 24 originally, and I've been doing some work to upgrade this. Like I said, using Eris, which is my OpenClaw bot, one of my OpenClaw bots, to make upgrades. Everything goes live on Monday morning. It could fail. I may need to make some upgrades. Now, further upgrades, typos, whatever might be the problem. I'll do the best I can to keep it running. And yeah, so you're gonna
And
get
you guys will
everything
be along. And you'll be
for
along for the ride.
the
So,
lifetime.
for the life. Need
All
we
right.
say more?
If you want the day trade system, it's Triple Threat is the only day trade system that I have, and that's you'll just have to call the team 904-706-3539. Ask them about that if you want that.
Oh yeah, I guess Cashbot technically those expire at the end of
Next
the day.
day.
So it's
Yeah,
not so it's not like a day trading.
and
Dang, I almost said triple threat. And then I was like, well, the Cashbot.
I do a beer money trade that is a day trade, but it doesn't count as a day trade because it just expires. It doesn't actually close, but
Right. Which is the same thing Cashbot does, just expires.
yeah. Anyway, any other questions?
We've answered so many.
Yeah, the beer money trade is a cash cow.
Yeah. And that's a free one you just give out on X. Jeffrey Turnmeyer. Search him on X. Thanks, Maria.
I just try to help people. I'm not saying this is this is going to solve all your financial problems or anything like that. This is just an algorithm. I love it. I trade it. I talk about it every day on the show that Jack and I do, Market Masters. You can come watch us there every day. Throw that link in the chat.
Throw all the links in there.
We throw just Jack and I just throw out free trades for everybody. That's occasionally I sell stuff, but this has been in the background for a while. The biggest complaint was people had a hard time picking the options trades. So now I'm doing it for you.
Do it for you.
I don't know. To me, it made sense. Like you get the entry, you get the target, you get the stop. You just pick an option trade between the entry and the target. That's about this many days, but that just was too much for some people. So we're just cutting out all that crap and giving you an options pick.
And those candles, Jeffrey, is that the 4 hour? Is that the daily? What are those candles?
Those are 30 minutes.
30 minutes. Okay.
Apollo runs on a 30-minute time frame.
There you go. There's your answer to that, Lee.
I said
that's a typical trade, Johnny. By the way, what you're looking at right there is exactly how the alert's going to look.
Oh, this is a live trade. This was a live trade from Friday. The last trade that went off on Friday.
Yep. Well, then, Larry, this would work for you. Larry's only bought shares. There you go.
It has shares trades right there. And they're going to be simplified. Like I said a few times now, we're going to have, the new cleaned up alerts are going to look like this right here. Let me grab the thing, pull it over. It's going to be cleaned up a little bit more than this, but this is basically what it's going to look like. It's going to have the ticker, the entry, the target, the stop, an option pick, and a debit spread pick. Right there.
Beautiful. And take a screenshot of that if you need to, guys. Take a picture of that if you want to know what the alerts look like. There'll be much more of this to come.
This is not a real live alert because this is a mock-up from today's prices while the market's closed.
Right.
Right there.
So that's just an example of what it could look like.
And you see it jumped out to the 27th to about, like I said, 18 to 30 days out in time. It's a conservative pick. And it'll do this for every alert that fires off on Monday. So
beautiful.
Right there.
Average option cost. Any idea?
It's all over the place because the prices are all over the place.
Right. That's usually my go-to with that. It depends on the ticker because
it's like Rayathon
Mara's
right here.
cheaper than some others.
Rayathon's going to be pretty pricey at $200, but
Right.
Apple's going to be a little bit cheaper. But if something fired off on Hut, which we had some examples of, or SoFi, those are going to be way cheaper. So,
and that's the great thing about this, something for everybody. 3 to 5 alerts per day. Like Jeffrey said, there's nobody that's really going to take all of these alerts. You're going to take the ones that work for you, which is the cool thing about it.
yep, it's a waterfall of opportunity every day. You could take them all. You'd have to be really aggressive, but and have a big account probably. There's a bunch of them open right now too. So,
and there is a trade tracker that you include with this, right?
Yep.
Okay, that's what
the automated trade tracker. The automated trade tracker just tracks shares. It doesn't track options trades. We haven't had options trades until Monday.
Yeah, there you go. Well, and Ed just asked a really good question too. He's like, "Do you have an email?" Normally, I don't believe you do that. I don't think you have email that you give out to people. But that's why we have the Discord, where there's a chat that you can actually ask Jeffrey questions.
So speaking of SoFi, here's one that fired off on SoFi on Friday at 1:00, right here.
There you go.
Here's a second bonus trade right here. I'm not jumping behind this one, but it does have a 92.8% historical win rate and a profit factor of 2.4. Usually lasts 4.2 days on average. Average is, take 2 of anything. One's above average, one's below average. So be careful. I'm going with an average.
So that's about an average.
Entry was 1896. Target was 1968. Stop is 1712. It's very tight compared to, and this one's closer to a 2-to-1. Risk 2 to make 1. It's almost getting close to a 3-to-1. And the higher the risk for the reward, the lower probability we've seen that be. Average trade is 45 candles across tens of thousands of these trades, all time frames. So if you're talking about a 30-minute time frame, that's around 3 days.
Rubber, that is a rumor, not confirmed.
I don't know. Something was supposed to get added at the end of the day. I don't think anything did.
Yeah, I heard that in Profit Panel. That's just another, they talked about that 3 months ago. Hasn't happened yet. We'll wait and see. Okay.
Ask AI. Let's see. Effective March 23rd. That says the announcements from yesterday was that VRT, LITE, COHR, and SATS are going to be added. So SoFi did not make the cut.
Okay. What other questions do you guys have? Yeah, sorry, Stevens. We're talking about SoFi being added to the S&P 500. Didn't happen.
It was not.
Yeah, it was not. It was not. Your enthusiasm is contagious, says Robin.
Hey, I amp it up for this. I'm my energy level comes and goes.
Yeah, I feel you on that one. I certainly understand that now about the energy level. I'll tell you what, man. Comes and goes.
Yeah, my youngest is 20 something. So
yeah, well, you know right where I am. So yeah, SoFi cannot catch a break in. Okay. Any other questions that you guys have for Jeffrey? Here's a big question. Do you have a masterclass that you're planning to do anytime soon for this?
The team didn't set us up for one, but we might do one depending on how many people get in and if there's demand for it.
Okay. I know that's something people
nothing's
ask.
really changed from, I don't really have alerts to show off or anything. So it was kind of like a pre-release thing. And after the alerts come out for a couple weeks, we may do one. The kind of update on the new alerts and everything and how they're working. But the new alerts haven't been out yet. That's why they're not in this screenshot right here.
Right.
It's brand new. It's a
pre-release.
That was
this morning, guys. That was this morning. It's 3:00. It was this morning.
And the market's not open, so
yes.
We may have one. The master class that's there is good. I mean, it
Oh
does
yeah.
like there's no real changes in the system,
Right.
in the core system. It's just a change to the alerts and how they're going to work and the and what you get right now if you're one of these 100 slots or 99 slots or maybe it's 40 slots left. So just for those that wonder if I make money in the market, here you go. I wasn't
Yeah.
supposed.
Show them off. Show them the K info.
Here you go. Do I make money in the market? Here's the past year. I started this account tax day last year. This is verified profit and losses. All trades verified. This downloads straight from my broker. I can't hide trades. I can't delete trades. I can't edit trades. Straight from my broker, 2K info. They verify it, post it publicly. $77,000 in this account. I started with 75,000. I've added 10 more thousand, took out money along the way to pay bills. I don't know how much money is in the how much money is money I put in there and how much money is money that I made in the market at this point. The account's worth about 120,000. On the balance, there is some net open loss on a few things I'm holding doing the wheel strategy on, like TSLL, TOCU, CMG, Chewy, and I've got shares of those things. I do the beer money trade in here. I do a couple other trades in here. I do the new improved green light income alert trade in here. So there you go.
Oh, I love that K info. Look at that. Up and to the right, baby. That's what your account's going to look like. You start trading with Jeffrey.
Yeah, and accelerating.
Yeah, no kidding. Accelerating. And it's only March. What's that going to look like in December? I'll be here to find out. Hopefully you are all as well.
Yeah, look at the 3 months so far. You know, this is from early December to now. One loser day. Everything else is green.
Mm-hmm.
I don't like taking losses.
And Jeffrey, you use Tasty Trade for everything, don't you?
Not everything.
Not everything?
This is Robinhood. This account.
Oh, okay.
This account is tied to Robinhood. Tasty Trade, I trade the most on Tasty Trade. I show it off on the show that Jack and I do because it's easy.
Yeah. I just always see
And-
all your alerts. You always screenshot Tasty Trade. So I figured that's what
Yeah.
you use the most of.
Yeah, see, here's my personal info right here. Here's a SEP IRA, 35,000. It's down a little bit for TSLL. Here's an individual account, up 19,000 for the year. Another traditional IRA down 145 for the year. And it's not a very big IRA, as you can see.
You're in $27,000 of open positions there, Jeffrey.
Yeah.
So I wouldn't worry about being down $4,000. That's not realized yet.
Yeah, so I got a few open positions. This one's
Just a
mostly
couple.
cash. This is mostly cash though. So,
Yeah. Oh yeah.
there you go.
Yes.
It's trader friendly, but I do have an account I have the most money at E-Trade. I do
Oh
the
really?
biggest volume of trades, biggest volume of contracts at Robinhood. I do probably the most trades, period, of any size at Tasty Trade. Lots of small little one contract trades. And I have interactive brokers. I have a Webull. I have a Thinkorswim, Schwab account, I guess now.
Mm-hmm.
I've got. I trade with. Me and my wife have roughly $500,000
Spread across.
between crypto, mostly in retirement accounts. This cash account right here. This cash account and the Robinhood account are my only actual taxable accounts. And yeah, I got another like E-Trade account with a couple grand in it that I don't remember. I think it was the Trade Monster account that went to Option House that went to E-Trade. It's got a couple grand in it. And then I've got a crypto.com account, I've got a Coinbase account, I got Mine Crypto, I got
Oh yeah. Good old Coinbase. I forgot about a coin. I have a Coinbase account too.
I probably I probably got the most money at Coinbase because all my crypto mining goes to that account now because NiceHash quit being a fiduciary and they made me withdraw it all. So anyway, any other questions?
No, I
Thanks for
think we
coming.
got them all, man. We've knocked them out the park.
All right. Thanks for coming, everybody. Thanks for hanging out with us, Blake. Go hang out with that new baby.
Well, I am gonna do that. I got one more little stream I gotta do today for my man Jeff Smith after this. So
All right. Well, enjoy the family, and I'll see you on Monday.
you do the same.
Thanks for
Jeffrey.
coming, everybody. Bye for now.
Thank you so much. We'll see you. Have a good one. All right, I'll take back the screen for you too. All right, folks. So what I'm going to do is, since we answered most of the questions, like 99% of the questions, normally I'd ask, hey, what other questions do you guys have? If you guys have anything else, let me know in the chat. I can try to answer what I can. But I'm going to leave this room open for just about 10 more minutes and put on some tunes and rubber. There's no oh yeah, back here. Yeah, I know. That guy, he's fishing. He keeps fishing on my property. You're welcome, Lee. Okay. So got about 8 minutes left before I'm gonna close this room up, and then I'm gonna open another room. Might go a little bit longer, in case you guys have any other questions. So yes, Maria, if you want to replay, post your email in the chat. I think I said that before. I'll say it again. Post your email, post your phone number. We will, if you guys, maybe you don't feel comfortable, buying this online, which I'm sure, we had somebody in here who was really worried about buying it online. I told them to call. So just give us a call, 904-706-3539. That's the best number to get a hold of us at. They changed it up on me. I thought it was 3537. I guess it's 3539. You call that 3537 number, though, it's still going to go to us. I don't know why they never changed the number. Why'd they change the number on me? I guess it's 3539 for today. So there you go. Updated link. That 3537 number, if you call it, it'll still work, though, that I've posted. 3539, though, seems to be the number they want to use for this presentation. So give us a call there. Thanks, Rubber. We'll see you on Monday. Appreciate it. And with that, folks, looks like we're out of questions. So I want to remind you guys, this is a lifetime special, $9.95. If you're on the fence thinking about joining, take a chance. We have a 2-week money-back guarantee. Like I was telling that guy, there's nobody else that does that in the community. Everyone's like, oh, one-time purchase, no refunds. No, that's not us. 2-week guarantee. If you try this, you get in, you don't like it, we'll give you a refund. I don't think there's anybody out there that's doing that. Not that we encourage you to do that by any means, but we want you to get in, want you to love the service, want you to love what we offer. And I think that truly just speaks volumes to what we do here. So with that, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to wrap this up. You guys have yourself a wonderful rest of your weekend. Get some rest. And we'll see you guys on Monday. Take care, folks. Bye-bye.
I'd get this 2000.
So, yeah, the old market navigator was trying to get me again. Okay, guys, that is the end of the presentation. So hopefully you all found that very informative. That was a long one about the Apollo algo there. So all that being said, going to take the screen back over here, put that right there. And I see Don's asked question. All right, Donna, have a great one. We'll send you a replay for sure. The Apollo algo. All right. No other questions. So, guys, thank you so much for being here today on Market Masters. Like I said, if you need anything else, give us a call 904-706-3539. Be more than happy to help you out with any questions you have, any